to the sizzle. There was some sizzle going into this process. We called out a number of good names. Joe Brady, Todd Monken, leading very good offenses deep into the playoffs. I mean, even Steve Spagnuolo, if you wanted to look defense, there with the Chiefs, the job he's done as assistant, winning 4 Super Bowl rings, or 3 or 4 between the Giants and Chiefs. Maybe not sizzle, but certainly accomplishment there. Now, here's the latest, gang. Here's where you're left after Ben Johnson takes the Bears job. At least according to Ian Rappaport. You ready? I'm presuming these are the final 3. I don't know what we're doing. We're going to do these 3 and then do a third one and then fight 4 more guys? Or we just going to stumble, bumble along like some sort of fire drill here? Get lapped by the field making aggressive decisions. I don't know which, but I know these are the 3 that are coming in for second interviews this week. So these are one of these 3 are your next head coach. Former Jets coach Robert Saleh. He'll come in on Friday. Current defensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Raiders, Patrick Graham, will get his second interview on Thursday. And Bucs offensive coordinator Liam Cohen will come in for an in-person, apparently, tomorrow. That, according to the rap sheet this morning. So, Liam Cohen, to my knowledge at this point, still has only been interviewed by the Jaguars. Patrick Graham, maybe one other team. And then Robert Saleh of the former Jets coach, former linebackers coach here. And by the way, I'm not going to use this the strategy that I just showed irritation with. You never know. You know, letting the best prospect slip through with your best answer as well, you never know, is a loser's mentality, dude. Well, you never know. No, pass on Peyton Manning. You never know. Maybe Ryan Leaf's better. And look, put in any sports. Fill in those blanks with any sports, characters or athletes or teams, coaches that you want to. I'm not super up or down on any of these. My pessimism, my apathy toward the organization is I can't see it leaving with the current front office in play. I just can't do it. I've been doing this too long, gang. Not some fair weather fan, been flying along for 2 or 3 years. Been here since they were doing their meetings in trailers over there where the first stadium was being constructed in the early 90s. Every personnel move, every breaking news moment in the history of the franchise, every direction, every culture, every failure, and there have been many, every success, few and far between. This is perhaps the most perilous of all positions we're in front office, where they'll hit just enough and ride this guy or that guy just enough to not ever bear how bad you are. And when you do bear how bad you are and go 4-13, somehow that's survivable. Now, what faith am I to have in this being built the right way, from the coach being hired to the personnel being added? What faith should you have? So just to put a summation on Ben Johnson to Chicago, he may or may not be the guy, and the fans should not certainly dictate every decision that a football team makes. But make no mistake, you've added another layer of fan distrust in the organization, in Shad Khan, in Trent Baalke. He was the overwhelming pick, not just by the fan base here, but probably 80% of anyone that's in the football business, if you surveyed and said, who is the best to lead a new young team into the future? The answer would have been Ben Johnson, a guy who apparently wanted to come here. And I'm supposed to think this is going great. No disrespect to Liam Cohen. If he gets the job, I would suspect he would be the favorite. Shad wants an offensive guy, you feel. So if it's Bucs offensive coordinator Liam Cohen, comes from the Rams side. Look, there's a lot to like there. He's not Ben Johnson is the biggest, downside. And sure, the Bucs had a good year, and Baker Mayfield continued his ascension. Ascension, by the way, I'll remind you, started the previous year when Dave Canales, the current head coach of the Carolina Panthers, was the OC there. And the Bucs had a good year offensively. Ben Johnson has the Lions offense in the top 5 this year, last year, and the year before. We call that something, a word, a descriptor that is rarely put into play here. That's called consistency. So, yeah, if I had to judge path of the franchise, direction of the franchise, yeah, I'd say it just got a little more rickety with, by just about all accounts, the best available future head coach taking a job with the Chicago Bears in that brutal division. Obviously not afraid of competition, is he? Huh? Ben Johnson's going to stare down the Lions, the Vikings, and the Packers. All 3 playoff teams this year. And by the way, didn't have to be a hand-picked GM. Just couldn't have been Trent Baalke. Live, but don't learn. That's the motto here in Jacksonville. All right, national championship game last night. I mean, good for Ohio State. I mean, good for them. And when you come from where you are, my biggest takeaway, my biggest, the biggest positive of this new 12-team playoff. By the way, when the 16-team playoff is introduced, maybe we should put the early futures money on Ohio State. Don't forget, they won the first 4-team playoff 10, 12 years ago. Herbs, Ezekiel Elliott and the boys. And now they win the first 12-team playoff, finishing it off a really impressive run. I mean, you look at who Ohio State beat to get there, and they what? Tennessee. They finished the year with the most wins over top 5 teams ever. That was their 5th win over a top 5 team. So, they had that late stumble, and this is what I love most about this storyline. Just to prove how wrong college football has been all these years. So wrong, right? Oh, Ohio State committed the cardinal sin that would have eliminated them from any conversation about winning a national title. They had a late loss, right? There are teams this year that lost week 3 and finished with 1 loss, and skippity-doo, they're as good as can be. But, you got that late loss. They would have been slotted behind Indiana. That's how wrong these college football experts and these playoff committees are and have been. I love the fact they got their like bad dogs who win a mess in the house. They got their noses rubbed in their incompetence as this playoff played out. Hey, boys, don't give yourselves any pats on the back. All you did was expose. I won't use the word corruption and guarantee the pushbacks and paybacks by getting this league and that into these championship scenarios. But, boy, y'all sure got punked and schooled from just how bad you've been the last 4 or 5 years. Who knows who should have won national titles the last 10 years? These boobs, as proven this year, certainly don't know. So, 7 and 8 play for the Natty. 8 wins it all. 8 who lost their last game of the year and would have been banished as not good enough. So the professional side of college football, and there is no college football anymore. It's professional football. It's somewhat of a joke that we call it college football. They base their professional operations on college campuses. But when your players are turning in W-2s at the end of the year, rather than their academic report, when you make playoffs and, egad, what do you mean the big brand that only has 1 loss shouldn't be in? It should be this other good team with 2 or 3 losses. And by the way, I would double down in my conviction on this matter. Yeah, the 2 teams played for the title that these bozos wouldn't have even had in the field. That's how wrong college football has been all these years. It's almost time, by the way, to restart the national title ticker. It's 1-0. Ohio State's got 1. Nobody else has any. You don't get those that the Kellogg's Fruit Loops, voted you number 1 in 1932. You don't get those titles when you were 10-1, and there were two 11-0 teams, but you're 10-1 because you're Notre Dame or Alabama or Oklahoma or whoever you were that year. It's time to just start over. Because we learned, man, if you just give it to the subjective part, you're going to be wrong a lot of the time. Not every time. There are a lot of years we're the dominant team. There have been a lot of years going into the playoff where you knew it was going to be Alabama or Nebraska or Georgia, whoever it was going to be. And it did, and it ended up being that way. But for every one of those years, Oregon looked that good going in this year. They didn't just lose. They got absolutely blasted. Ohio State celebrates a natty. They beat Notre Dame 34-23. Best thing about the game itself, to me, got to go to bed at halftime. Completely clear who the dominant team was here. Yeah, that was a steamroller there, man. I know Notre Dame got something late, but Notre Dame kicked the field goal down what were they down? 15 maybe or 18. That was a mistake. I don't know why they did that. They got blocked. They missed it. So they ended up getting a score again later. And it goes from 23-8 to 31-15 they get it to. But it was 21-7. Ohio State scored the first 3 times they had the ball. The last time in a championship game that a team gave up scores the first 3 possessions was team title flop, man, Notre Dame. Alabama did the same thing to them when they were overmatched in the Orange Bowl years ago. I don't know, Derrick Henry's year. The same thing last night. Totally overmatched. Whew. That number 4 is good, man. But last night they get the Ole Miss, Judkins, the Ole Miss running back transfer. He had the big night. Ryan Day celebrates. And I'm going to get E.T. Good morning, friend.
I
don't get too harsh a reputation, if that's possible. But after, condemning Dan Campbell yesterday for special tears coordinator after their loss to Washington, I don't know what's going on with Kirk Herbstreit. I don't know what menopause has swept over the sports world. Did you happen to, is it a thing on social media? Herbstreit, do you know what I'm talking about? After the game?
No. I haven't seen anything. I made a particular observation of him during the game, but it may not be what you're talking about.
Oh, it's definitely not what you're talking about. What I'm talking about happened after the game.
Okay.
After the game, they're doing the post-game show. Scott Van Pelt, blah, 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 highlights, throws it up to the booth for the guys calling the game, Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler. And they go to Herbie, who's an Ohio State grad, but all these years has been, quote, objective. And he starts talking about this year's team. The man chokes up and breaks down.
Oh, come on.
Sobs, has to walk off. Hold on now. You're the objective purveyor of college football that we put into the booth to give us your unvarnished analysis, and you're so overcome with emotion with your alma mater winning that you can't get through a post-game Q&A?
So like the observation I made of Herbie last, I'm like, bro, stop gushing over the team like during the game.
Ohio State, you thought that?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen,
during the game, he was making all these comments about, I just love this player. Like, just talk about all the Ohio State players.
Well, apparently that was genuine because he choked up like he was a coach or player on the team. People don't know what they've been through. And I just, like all these games, I'm not going to make fun of him. I'm just like, what though? What? Yeah, these guys tell you. And then ESPN will dare, we can't put Kirk Herbstreit. Come on, man. This is with Herbie. Herbie's just, he's unbelievably popular. He's known as an Ohio State guy. He was always thought to be an Ohio State homer. Then he took these stands against Ohio State. And they turned on him. Moved out of Columbus. And now he's kind of got back into the family where he's always wanted to be and belonged as a former player at Ohio State. And maybe that's what overcame him. I don't know what to tell you. Ohio State opens as the betting favorite to win next year's college football playoff. Texas, right up there again. They'll turn it over to Arch Manning. They've been recruiting like crazy. Miami has been, around the top 5 to 10 betting favorites usually. Let's see. I'll do this. Well, let me get this accumulated, as it were. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. More on this year's national champions, more on the Jaguars coaching search, where I can't really see getting any news till the end of the week. If you've got interviews set up tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, I wouldn't assume. And now I'll just wait until they have the announcement and watch the press conference of whoever the next guy is, knowing that it's not the one guy that everybody seemed to want. And I know 80% of the fans did, not to mention the rest of the league. And, oh, by the way, one other guy who wanted that guy to want the job was the guy himself. This is the drill. It's a Catlin Chunk Accessories Tuesday. Stay warm out there this morning, gang.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Every game is a story.
And the game is tied!
Every play is a moment waiting to happen.
We're going to overtime!
Your home for the most play-by-play is 1010XL.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
Mia here. It's the Everything's on Sale sale going on now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Get $0 down and just $288 per month for a pre-owned 2022 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for $0 down and only $388 per month. Or how about no payments till July 2025? And you get 60 days to love your purchase or exchange it. Shop the Everything's on Sale sale at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard at arlingtontoyota.com.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJax.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Lauren from Helmets and Heels wishing you a Happy New Year. Start 2025 off strong by giving your car the expert care it truly deserves at Big Chief Tire. Their skilled technicians will keep your vehicle running smoothly all year long, whether you're commuting, traveling, or just cruising around town. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment and start the new year off right. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
It's about the hunt.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman.
We take you from the water to the woods.
On the Nimnicht Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning.
Let's go to the woods, y'all.
Saturday mornings from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Pacifico is brewed for those who let go of the things that don't matter and hold on to the ones that do. That's living life. Anchors up.
Pacifico, found in Baja, imported by surfers. Ask for a Pacifico when you're ready to live life anchors up.
Pacifico is a crisp golden lager, brewed for those who know. It's what's behind a label that matters.
Hey, this is Bert Cannon with the First Coast YMCA. Youth sports at the Y can help nurture your future athlete's potential and experience the joy of being a kid. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, and fun environment with basketball, soccer, volleyball, gymnastics, elite skills training, and more. Best of all, participation in Legacy Youth Sports League is free with your family membership. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the chairman of Underwoods. With Christmas behind us in 2025 here, the last thing you want to hear is somebody trying to sell you something. That's why at Underwoods, we'd like to just stop and say thank you to all the people that came in our stores over the last year. Whether you bought from us or not, we want to thank you for coming by and giving us the chance to help. You know, in North Florida, there are a lot of people trying to sell you jewelry. But at Underwoods, we consider it an honor for somebody to come in and just give us that chance to help. And if we do a good job, we might get a chance to serve again. Having served North Florida since 1928, all of us here understand what a customer really gives us during that visit to Underwoods. Their trust. and it's up to us to do everything we can to keep it. So on behalf of everybody on the Underwood team, thanks again for coming into our stores, and we wish each of you a Happy New Year.
Make a resolution this new year to send all of your friends or family a Kuhn Flowers floral arrangement. RJ Saunders here with 1010XL, and okay, how about sending just one person you love a floral arrangement? Kuhn Flowers can handle it.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
New year, new beginnings, and a new roof. Start 2025 with peace of mind and take advantage of Universal Roof and Contracting's limited time offer. 15% off all roof repairs and replacements. From leaks to full replacements, call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection today. This special New Year deal ends January 31st. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
1010XL is presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Screw it on back, man. Little yacht rock this morning. Let's pull in on the yacht. It's a little chilly on the yacht. So, Notre Dame scores their first possession last night. They go up 7-0. And then Ohio State just, puts on a blitz. They score their first 3 times they have the ball.
I was impressed with Notre Dame's first drive.
Yeah, right. I was too.
Like the way that quarterback was acting, I was like, yeah, he's not going to make it all game.
So, right. And he's not a good thrower. Give Notre Dame credit for getting here. They beat 7 ranked teams. That's more than any other team. Now, if you really go back and analyze, you're going to find a bunch of teams ranked 17th, 19th, Army, Navy, those types. But they beat good teams to get where they are. Certainly deserved it. Hats off to Notre Dame. And now I'm sure a belief, really, they can win it all. They would have had to play perfect last night. They needed to be better defensively. Ohio State out-athleted them. So Ohio State, though, I said 21-7. It goes all the way out to 31-7, the lead, and Notre Dame tries to get back into it in the second half. They cut the lead to 31-15 and then regained possession after a fumble, drove down the field into the red zone, and with 10 minutes to go, the offense stalled. 4th and goal from the 9, Marcus Freeman went for the field goal. In an era where they go for it way too much instead of kicking, this guy's got it backwards. You're down 31-15 to a really good football team. You have the ball inside the 10. I know it's from the 9. It doesn't matter. Oh, by the way, if you don't get it, they start inside the 10 at least. So, yeah, 31-15. 4th and goal inside the 9, 10 minutes to go. You got to take a shot at the end zone there. You can't kick the field goal. It's just not going to help you. You'll cut it to 13 if you make it. Raised eyebrows immediately, even from the analytics crowd. And to make it worse, he missed the kick, doinked it off the goalpost. After the game, here's Freeman on his reasons. I just thought instead of being down 16, let's go down 13. I know it's still a 2-score game, but you have a better probability of getting 14 points than you do 16 points. You didn't have a probability of scoring 2 more touchdowns. That's the problem.
Right?
That's the problem. You got to put together, and in all seriousness, you left that out of your thinking. You have to have 2 long touchdown drives versus 1 9-yard play in a long touchdown drive. Big difference. He blew it. He should have gone for it. If it was a shorter 4th and goal, I probably would have gone for it. He said, I just felt 4th and 9. Not a great chance for us to make that. And he's right about that. And they probably would have missed it. And they were going to lose the game most likely either way. But it was not the play to make, was it?
Nah, bruh.
So next year's betting lines are out. Texas is actually the favorite at 4.5 to 1. Ohio State is 5 to 1. Georgia, even with quarterback questions, is 6 to 1. You got to go all the way down to 30-1 to find Miami. And the lowest they go is 40-1. So all that Gator optimism is not felt yet in Vegas. They are not at least as high as 40-1 favorites. That's where you find South Carolina. Let's see, Georgia at 6-1, Bama 13-1, Tennessee 16-1, LSU 18-1, Ole Miss 22-1, Texas A&M 30-1, and South Carolina 40-1. That's all those SEC teams. So apparently Vegas did not watch this year's college football playoff. With that still heavy SEC lean. Although 3 of the top 4 odds-on favorites, Big Teners, Ohio State, Oregon, and Penn State. Of course, these don't mean much at this time of year. And we'll see what, quote-unquote, tweaks are made to the system next year. I don't think they go from 12 to 16. There had been some talk about that when they first went to 12. But I do think they're going to change some of the parameters, certainly on the seeding. That was they really messed that up. I mean, big time. And look, the reason you want to change it, the ones who would suffer for it, just march to the title. So, I mean, Ohio State had probably the toughest route to go, didn't they? They had to play Tennessee. Then they had to play Oregon. Then they had to play Texas. And then beat Red Hot Notre Dame in the championship. I mean, you want to talk about a real playoff feel, earning your way. And again, just to repeat what we said when we started the show, they did all this according to a system with the same dunderheads making the subjective decisions that wouldn't have even gotten them into a 14 playoff a year ago. And hopefully, as we continue to transfer this new mindset, it will keep us from zeroing in on the one-loss record. You can't do it in college football. It's not the NFL where all the schedules are relatively the same. They're all relatively the same. It's not the case in college football. Bottom-dwelling college football teams are going to win 1 in 100. Bottom-dwelling NFL teams are going to win 30 in 100. Look at the Washington Commanders. All the way to the championship game. Anybody would have had them in? If we were going to pick a Final Four, does Washington get a single vote? Of course not. Well, I mean, that's what Ohio State and Notre Dame just proved. They just proved what dunderheads these guys picking, what a joke they are. It makes you wonder about all the side room deals and money that they pocket by force-feeding certain teams to us over and over and over. And in fairness, you go back a lot of years, and it's pretty simple. In the years where they did make, quote, controversial decisions, they would be rewarded by those good teams winning. But nonetheless, I mean, the thing you should be happiest for, even if you're not an Ohio State fan, is it's going to give you now a shot. If you have some 9-10-2 football team who loses their last game of the year, they'll at least put you in there at 8, 9, or 10, make your road tougher, but keep the possibility alive. All right, so I can't take this narrative from the Chiefs. I can't take this underdog role they're trying to play again, man. You won the Super Bowl 2 straight years. You're in the AFC Championship game for the 7th.
You literally got the best player in the NFL on your team.
Yeah, I just sorry, I was nothing to sneeze at, but I did.
Bless you, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. And so, no, you can't play this belief card. But that's what they appear ready to do. Apparently, they have not seen that they're a 2-point favorite in the game. No. Chiefs coach Andy Reid, unawares, he met the media yesterday. He presumed the Chiefs would go into the game as underdogs. The fact we're at home is real positive. We got to play well. I presume the Bills will be favored, but that's all right. We do our things as we go into this. We don't worry about all that noise. Hey, buddy, here's the noise. Can anyone beat you? I mean, wait till Kelsey reads this, for Pete's sake. I can't wait till the locker room this week. Yeah, the Bills are good, and it's fair to think the Bills will win the game, but it's not fair to posture yourself the back-to-back Super Bowl. This was last year, right? It was at least an argument that no one thought the Chiefs could win at Buffalo, at Baltimore, and win the Super Bowl. It was even a little bit nauseating, but we'll allow it. Not this time, gang. You're the number 1 seed. You got home field advantage, and you have this resume full of championships. So, yeah, no, the Bills probably shouldn't be favored, Andy. They probably should be right where they are. You may have seen Lamar Jackson run up to Josh Allen at the end of the game.
Yeah.
We're learning now what he said. I'll share that and more. The Football Fix when we return. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Tampa Bay lighting $1.48 road favorite at Montreal today. Canadiens plus 124 on the money line. The total is 6.5. That number is shaded to the under at the Bell Center in Montreal. Orlando Magic laying 2 at the Toronto Raptors today. 2:15 the total at Scotiabank Arena. Ohio State wins the national championship 34-23 over Notre Dame. The Buckeyes cover as 8.5-point favorites, and they're the early favorite to win the 2026 national title at plus 450, followed by Texas at 5-1, Georgia at plus 550, Florida 60-1, Florida State 100-1. $250 bonus, and you open up a GBank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Aunt Linda clogged the guest bathroom. Your nephew thought the AC was a snow machine. And let's not even talk about the kitchen sink after that turkey grease incident. Ooh.
Congratulations, your family finally left. But the mess stayed behind.
Don't worry. Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning can fix it all. From backed up pipes to overworked AC units, we've got you covered.
Start the new year fresh, because your house deserves it.
Call Duck Duck Rooter today at 904-862-6769. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Hacker here, and let me tell you, I've crushed some goals in my life, but this one is big. Under 200 pounds, thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. My first goal was to lose 100 pounds. Honestly, that was a cakewalk. So I set my sights on breaking the 200-pound mark. And guess what? I just hit it. Now, I get it. Most of you don't have 120 pounds to lose like I did. Maybe it's 25 like Dempsey or 40 like Matt Hayes. But here's the deal. No matter how much weight you need to lose, Awaken 180 works, and we're proof. We can't hide these results, and we don't want to. Awaken 180 is proven. It's easy, and the weight pours off fast without a life of medications. You follow the plan, lose the weight, and it's gone for good. So stop waiting for the perfect time. Visit awaken180weightloss.com and see what you can accomplish. If we can hit these goals, you can too. 844-346-1800 or online, awaken180weightloss.com.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-10-MINUTE.
It's the Gator Podcast Channel with Frank Frangie and me, Dan Hicken, on all things Gators. Hacker and Denny Thompson have Gator Bites, and you can find them wherever you find podcasts or at 1010XL.com. Presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When mice and rats show up in your home or business, they can be a real pain. You need them out fast, before they have time to multiply. Terminix knows how to shut down rodents and will keep them from coming back to wreak more havoc. When rodents show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a rodent problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online just like I did. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com.
This is Tony Boselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation, with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Did you have people over for the holidays? Kids everywhere, dirt everywhere, all over the carpets, the rugs, the sofas, and chairs? Did the kitchen tile take a beating? Sounds like it's time to call my guys over at Zero Res. The Zero Res techs will get the house looking great again. Folks, if you need help cleaning up after the holiday, give Zero Res a call. Right now, 25% off carpet cleaning, 25% off upholstery cleaning. Zero Res. Spell it forwards. Zero Res. Spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I think you got to be careful sometimes when you report on what is a record-setting performance. I mean, this is... You ready for this headline? Ohio State's Will Howard breaks college football playoff record held by Joe Burrow. Passes Joe Burrow for playoff record. Ohio State quarterback Will Howard became the first quarterback to throw for 1,000 yards in the college football playoff after a strong first half against Notre Dame. By hitting that mark, he set the record for most passing yards in a college football playoff run. What's wrong with that analysis?
He got way more games, didn't he?
He played 4 games. The story is it took 4 games, but Will Howard finally barely passed Joe Burrow, who, you ready for this? Joe Burrow threw for 956 in 2 games. Including 463 against Oklahoma in the semifinal for the all-time record for single games. So, yeah, with all due respect, Will Howard didn't break nothing. He's the new record holder for the 12-team playoff. This is even beyond the insanity of the NFL record book, which we need to completely just redo, right? If Saquon Barkley had gone for 200-something yards in the finale and broke the all-time record, is he really breaking the all-time record? He's playing more games than the other record holders. And I know you can go to carries or sitting out a game or yada, yada, but I'm just talking about a scheduled season. But, yeah, 4-game playoff. I would suspect that the winner of the 4-game playoff, no matter who the quarterback was, would break Joe Burrow's record of 956 yards. Howard, though, is certainly important to pick up for Ohio State. There's a transfer quarterback who comes in and wins right away. That hasn't always happened. It's not been the easy fix. And it's been tried a lot of places. Like even Joe Burrow, you say he was a transfer, and he was, but that was more the traditional transfer route back in the day. That wasn't, find a $2.2 million job opening and go fill it. Free agency, like For real, for real. All right, before we went to break, you may have caught Lamar Jackson going up to Josh Allen after the game. Did you see that, E.T.?
Did.
He went right over to him, and that was, you could tell these guys got a bond, man. You can kind of feel. They're that, like, second wave trying to make that run at Mahomes, right?
Yeah, like, all right, bro, go get him.
And even Burrow thinks, it seems like his poop don't have quite the stink to it that these guys do because he has beaten Mahomes, 2 or 3 times. He's gone to a Super Bowl even though they didn't win. Here's what Lamar says. He said to Josh Allen after the game, he said, great players recognize greatness, and we both recognize each other. So I told him, man, go get something.
Yep.
Go win something. MVP, Super Bowl, do something. And added, I want him to be successful. Well, if great players recognize greatness, then they could have just stared across the field at each other all day long. They didn't put up massive numbers, but, man, just the will is a testament to these dudes, man. They're both winning Super Bowls. As good as Mahomes is, and if he stays there with the Chiefs and Reed, he's going to tack on another 2 or 3. But others will get theirs. And when you got to have a quarterback good enough to do it, to carry you there even, it's Josh Allen and Lamar. Look, Lamar hasn't been ready yet, E. How many years has he been in the league? I say this just to, sometimes as hard as it is, you have to stay patient with quarterback talent. You have to be especially clear that if you make a quarterback change, you do not have a talent drop-off. You can't win in the NFL that way. It hadn't been all smooth sailing for Lamar. In that first bumpy beginning, there was some wondering. Josh Allen completed basically 50% his first year, slightly improved year 2, and then started to take off. But these two guys, it's about where they are in the AFC Pantheon, and right now that's chasing Mahomes. For the band, we got a football fix brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin and the home course, Jones Gary Golf Club. Let me go ahead and suggest Frost Alert this morning. Frost delays this morning at your favorite golf course out there. If you're silly enough to go play in this 30-something degree weather, we got too many beautiful days. But I digress. Perfect hire for the Bears. Say that. The Jags didn't get the guy that the fan base wanted. But the Bears did get Ben Johnson. He helped turn the Lions offense into the league's top scoring unit 3 straight years in the top 5. He's got a lot of pieces to work with there in Chicago. Look, Detroit's offense really took a step up when they decided to change running backs. Does anybody remember who the running back was when Ben Johnson got to Detroit?
To Detroit?
Mm-hmm. Remember who it was?
Was it Kerry Williams?
Was it maybe DeAndre Swift?
Oh, Swifty, yeah. Went to Chicago.
Yeah, well, he went. The Lions loved Swift so much they traded him to the Eagles and signed David Montgomery.
Yeah, they did.
You know who the back of the Bears is?
It was Montgomery, right?
No, you know who the Bears back is right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Swift.
It's Swift.
Yeah.
You think Swift saw Ben Johnson and said, oh, uh-oh. Wait, what now? Hey, man, you can have a field day on this one. This sounds so Jaguar. I know what a morning would be like here if the Jaguars this offseason, after putting out one of the worst defenses in the league, went to find a new defensive coordinator, and we got sold on this guy. If I told you the one defense that kept its team from being at minimum a playoff team this year, can you think of a team that jumps out at you right away?
A team that kept themselves?
Yeah, a team who's had everything going offensively. They could have been a 10, 11, 12-win team, except their defense was so bad.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. The Bengals. Who did the Colts hire with a defensive coordinator opening today?
Oh, wow. They got the Bengals defensive coordinator?
They hired the Bengals defensive coordinator, Lou Anarumo, who has a pretty good reputation, but he had a bad defense this year. They struggle, but he does have some impressive defenses in his past. So we'll see. It might not be as bad as this year's ranking looks. We know who was fired up there, right? Is it DC? That was Gus Bradley, former Jaguars head coach. Where do these other teams turn? Now in search of head coaches. The Bears have grabbed Ben Johnson. where the Cowboys go. You know, yesterday the big hot rumor was Brian Schottenheimer. We always kind of thought maybe it was Kellen Moore. What do the Raiders do now? They seem to be real close with Ben Johnson. These are stories that we won't leave you hanging on. We'll talk about some of these other jobs and more precisely the one still open here in Jacksonville as we motor along here on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. That's Football Fix. We got Breakfast with Boselli coming up in about 25 minutes. We've only got Boselli under contract for 2 or 3 more weeks. Hard questions are coming today. We want answers. Today we demand answers on the new and improved. Hicken and Rival more come your way next. You are listening to The Drill Football Fix, brought to you by the Home Course and All-State agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin.
Estimated in 10 seconds.
Well, why don't you just turn it on and see what it does?
Sports radio is 1010XL.
I knew it. I knew it.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. Trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
We don't have too many cold nights on the First Coast, but when the temperature drops, you want to hit the heat button and warm up. That's where Florida Home comes in. They're the AC experts in Jacksonville, and the importance of keeping your heating system in good working order is really important. If it stops working when it gets cooler, Florida Home will leap into action and provide you with the best solution. Heater and heat pump repair service and new system installation. They do it all. Just call Florida Home AC at 777-4300, the official heating and AC partner of the Jaguars.
Don't go through another year with all that high-interest debt. Let Loan Pronto wipe it all out now. Hey, it's Prosser here, and Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan makes it easy to pay off all your credit cards or tackle that 2025 home improvement project. Get cash in your pocket fast. No appraisals, no paperwork, no waiting. Loan Pronto's AI-driven tech gets you approved and funded in as little as 1 day. One client got $150,000 approved in under 24 hours, paid off all their credit cards, 2 cars, and personal loans, saving over $1,500 per month. With low fixed rates and lightning fast transfers, you can do it too. Consolidate debt, improve your home, take control of your finances. Imagine being credit card debt-free by this time next week. You can. Don't wait. Call Loan Pronto now, 904-999-1508, or visit loanpronto.com. Get your free quote now with no hard credit pull at 904-999-1508. Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Arrested? Got traffic tickets? DUI? License problems? Gun charges? Drug charges? If you've been charged with any crime, call me, criminal defense attorney Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
I'm Lorianne Whittington here with Percy Howlett. We are so grateful to the Players Championship for supporting Pine Castle in our mission to empower individuals with intellectual and developmental differences.
Only 49 days till the Players.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Baker Glass. Scratch Lions OC Ben Johnson off the Jaguar head coaching list. His agency confirmed he'll be the next head coach of the Chicago Bears. According to NFL insider Ian Rappaport, the Jaguars are scheduling in-person follow-up interviews with other candidates. Florida Gator big man Alex Condon has been dominant since the beginning of SEC play. He had another strong performance against Texas. Head coach Todd Golden likes his intense play.
And when he plays with that edge and that fire, he's really, really hard to keep up with.
In the East Coast Hockey League, our Jacksonville Icemen dropped their second in a row to the Reading Royals on the road. The Icemen return home Saturday to take on the Orlando Solar Bears. Our pro teams around the state in the NHL, the Toronto Maple Leafs held on late to down the Tampa Bay Lightning on Monday night. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Man, it's 6:59 and it's 39 degrees out there. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You know it.
I've come to talk with you again.
You know it.
Because a vision
Yada,
creeping.
Yes, sir.
Whole new era.
While I was sleeping. And
there he was.
That was planted.
Thought we were done with this.
Apparently not.
Still remains.
Everybody's golden boy.
Of silence.
Handed to you on a silver platter.
In restless dreams I walked alone.
But no, sir. Somehow, some way, we're going to go in a different direction. I don't even need to come to Chicago. I'll take that job.
Sight unseen.
Yeah. I don't need a second round of interviews.
I don't have to bring a GM with me. I just can't come to that GM.
Correct. We're going to make this. I was told it was made crystal clear about who we're willing to work with. All you got to do is say, you know what? Go back to what you said in the press conference, Mr. Khan. If somebody, I'd be willing to move things around a little bit. Just move it around a little bit. Just move it around. Just put him in an advisory role. Let him bring his guy in. And let's see what happens. We'll never know. We'll never know. He could have had excitement again, at least excitement in the offseason. Could have had some sort of hope. Could have had that. Could have had that.
For sure.
No. He's just a drug. He won't go away. He just can't. I just can't give up on Trent. It's the most confounding thing, and I again I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't know how bad Bookie is. He may have been made out to be worse than he really is, but nobody survives 6 coaches. Nobody orders the code red. I just don't get it. It is confounding. And now he's scratched. The Jags will hire Liam Cohn. They'll offer the DC to Saleh or Graham, and that's what we'll have. Okay, fine. I'll get behind him. I did see Liam Cohn is number 1 in screen passes, so I got that going for me. We might be able to run an effective screen for the first time since Fred Taylor, which would be exciting around here.
I counted. We've hit 3 to ETN in 4 years. So
yeah, I think that's a big. That'll give me some pause for excitement.
I mean, listen, it's fair to have for the fan base to just have lost total confidence in the organization because the captain of the ship is the owner and he's not doing it right, Dan.
No.
I mean, that's not disrespectful, by the way. That's bare brass tacks business acumen. The business here is football, and you can't run it like a business. Sheesh.
Yeah.
I mean, at every turn, every decision is just an awful one.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, one winner here. Bookie will get over many millions.
64 wins since 2012. 64. 13 years, Jeff. I feel like Kirk Herbstreit right now. 64 wins.
Can't begin to even know what that was.
What?
Herbstreit.
The crying?
I mean, come on.
That was.
And you should be fired. You cannot be considered anywhere near objective ever again.
I got on you about Campbell. I disagree. But that last night was disgraceful.
That was less than Campbell to me. But either way,
Really?
both of them are.
Yeah.
But it's probably because I killed Campbell. I didn't feel like killing another crier. But man and Paul's rules.
Oh, my God. FSU fan, have at him. I'm sorry.
I was telling Jeff, like, even during the game, he was gushing over Ohio State.
It's ridiculous. Stop it.
Yeah.
And again, just so everyone understands, all right? I've never wavered away from the fact that I went to Florida and I'm a Gator and I love Florida. I love them. And I do that. Herbstreit did the opposite. Oh, no. They sit up at that desk. Oh, no. I'm impartial. I'm objective. No, you're not. And it'd be okay if you just admitted it. But the way you act is, knock it off.
I just didn't it. They had here's the way I have it. He came in, his star got really huge. Suddenly he had to say critical things about Ohio State. They kind of banished him from the family to the point that he moved to another state.
They didn't banish him. He got his butt hurt because he's sensitive.
And now he wants back in, is what I'm saying.
Say how tough it is for Ryan Day. Listen.
That's every coach.
How much does he make, Jeff? They all live it.
No,
Go ask Billy Napier how tough it is.
My only point is
Shut up.
Did he cry when Kirby won? Did he cry if Marcus Freeman would have won? I can't have my main analyst calling an objective game crying at the end, overcome with emotion because his favorite team won.
It's ridiculous.
It was weak.
Anyway, back to the Jags. I had to get that off my chest.
I hear you.
I saw it last night.
I saw it this morning.
Be kidding me. Knock it off. Jeez.
From the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, as a Buckeye fan, I should be happy. But as a Jag fan, this team has ruined the happiness I should be feeling right now.
You should. I just don't. 64 wins in 13 years, man. That's all you need to know.
It's not so much. I mean, these coaches may be good, but I feel like if they're good, he just falls into them. He's just going to fall into them.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't do your research and go find the best thing for the organization or for the franchise. You're doing what's best for you. And your owner apparently just is out of the room. He doesn't pay attention.
Right.
Simple as that.
And like you said.
And I said this earlier, and I don't mean this. People took it as I was directing it toward Tony. No, I'm not. The overall, you just never know, is a real loser's argument, though. That's not how you make decisions with you never know. You don't know so-and-so is going to be good, or you don't know so-and-so is going to be bad. No, but you use the evidence that you have to make a decision. And certainly some lean more one than the other. This is the guy that 80% of the insiders around the league would have said the best coach available for the Jaguars was Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson wanted the Jaguars job, and we sit here today with Ben Johnson coaching another team. So if he is good, then what?
We have a wizard, and he's cast a spell on the owner.
Yeah, maybe. It's Easterby all over again.
We have a wizard.
And they got rid of Easterby, and look what happened in Houston. What would you rather have? Is that who you want of those three? It's got to be one of those three, no? Are you going to do interviews until March?
Oh, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be Cohen.
You don't think it could be Saleh?
I think he's the fallback if the Bucks fire Todd Bowles and hire Liam Cohen.
Why would they do that?
Because they don't want to lose him. They're putting a full court press.
Well, then that's good. These are good things about it. Like, I feel for him, and he comes from the McVay. But the point is that it's, again, a classic Balky, I'm smarter than everyone else. I can win with it. This is the best guy. Classic. He does it every time.
He wants the guy who he can pull the strings on.
That's what it seems like.
I'm sorry. And if that's not the case, prove us wrong. Call the show. Here's the number.
Oh, sure.
Check right in.
Right.
Tell us what's going on.
That's not happening. Or somebody out there in the analytics AI sift through all the feeds and find us his burner, 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's telling all the good things that are going on in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, chase the IP address on those bad boys. Let me know what you find.
And the sad part for Mr. Khan is he's going to have to sit there and answer all these questions again. It's not going to sound good. It's not going to sound good because you said yesterday, sources say Cohen is
right.
Well, who are we supposed to think is the source?
Yeah. I just questioned when sources reported it was Cohen when everybody wanted Ben Johnson. Was that you, Shot, or was that you, Trent?
Yeah.
Because to our knowledge, you two are in the interview.
Yeah. And so, I don't know, man. I threw this out to the Googans, and I'll throw the Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jags, the Gators, and the PGA Tour. With Ben Johnson off to Chicago, who will the Jags hire? I gave you 4 choices. I gave you Liam Cohen. I gave you Joe Brady, who, by the way, I would love to interview before we. And I gave you Robert Saleh.
Yeah, but Brady doesn't seem like he's even in the mix.
Right.
No. And then I gave you one more. Who cares if the GM stays?
Yeah, the overwhelming winner. And honestly, not being mean, the accurate answer is D.
Yeah.
I mean, how much evidence do you need?
Yeah.
We went from 9-8, a playoff win, and close to Kansas City, to 4-13. You can't coach a team that bad.
I enjoyed reading a lot of the on social media yesterday. And again, there's tons of speculation going on. Okay, but we gave you the facts over and over again about Ben Johnson. He did not want to come here if Balky was the GM. That I know. He made it crystal clear to the Jaguars he was not going to come here if Balky was the GM. That we know. Okay? And in the end, I thought that they would be willing to restructure. And I still think, by the way, there'll be an addition to the front office. I don't know who. It may be our friend. I don't know. And I don't know what said title will be. But for whomever they bring in, I think they'll bring in someone as sort of an appeasement to the fans. But in our Dreamfinders Homes poll
Does that make the team better? Or is that some ceremonial after-the-fact move?
Mm.
The time for that guy would have been before Kiner, Coach Dan. Wouldn't it?
Where was...
Or no?
Yes.
All right.
Where was the guy? And we could go... I'm not going to do this again because I'm tired of killing... I'm tired of... Not killing, but even... I really like Trayvon Walker. He's a good kid.
Me too.
He works hard. He's a good football player. Okay?
I agree.
So I don't...
100%.
And I'm always going to say that. He's a good dude, and he's good. He's a very good... He's a good piece. But there should have been somebody there to tell those nincompoops which way to go in the draft. And nobody did. And so they just go off willy-nilly and play the short arm game or whatever, and they look stupid.
100%.
And it happens over and over and over. And I know any team can play the game of, well, we could have taken this guy or that guy, but we play it better than anyone else.
Jim Harbaugh worked his way from San Diego to Stanford to San Francisco, where he took a team to a Super Bowl. You think he wanted to leave?
Right.
You think he wasn't on a good path? You don't think Jim Harbaugh, understanding history and everything else, wouldn't have stayed in San Francisco for 10, 12 years?
Right. We have 1,266 votes. 55.2 say, who cares if the GM stays? More than half. 30% do want Liam Cohen. I'm really amazed about that over Joe Brady. I don't get that, but that's cool. It doesn't matter. Listen, again, whoever they pick, I'll get on board and I'll get excited. But we missed a goal. But
I don't really mean that they want Liam Cohen, because the question asks, who will the Jags hire?
Yes, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. You don't do what the fan base wants you to. It's not the fan base. It's
the league.
The league.
Yeah, the league would all say the best fit, the best coach, the best available right now in this cycle. And of course, you never know.
And
that doesn't need to be said.
Wanted us. That doesn't always happen. He wanted us.
It's a good situation.
It's a great situation. You can't get any better than that.
Right. Well, he went to Chicago.
And because your stubbornness, it's cost us again.
Cost us hope.
Now,
that's the worst thing to take from us.
Now, in 2 or 3 years, again.
It may not play that way, and that's fine. That'd be great.
But it doesn't. That's not the point. This is a no-brainer. There's no negatives about that guy.
None.
There
Not a
are
single
negatives about all the others. Hey. Dreamfinders is offered in 15 locations. Go in Jacksonville. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. It just...
We don't get much to get us excited. Off-field news shouldn't be your biggest point of optimism about a franchise. This was one chance to juice it up. Get excited going to the draft.
Right, let's
a lot of different deals. You want to do Tony?
Yeah, we'll do Tony.
All right.
Him coming up.
It's a Cat and Talk Accessories Tuesday. We have breakfast with Boselli pushed back a day. We'll have brunch with a tour later today. And as we head to break, we got a shout out today.
Do we?
All those Googans and Googanelles are out there listening, Dan. That's right. Today's the 4-year anniversary for sweet Amanda and Elijah this morning.
Really?
And listen to the show forever.
Shout out.
Elijah is somewhat cuckoo. He likes to hear you scream in the morning.
Shout out, Elijah.
Shout out, Eli.
Happy anniversary.
Elijah, that makes one of us, brother.
Anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy
Bugs
anniversary.
Bunny. No,
Happy anniversary.
Flintstones. That's what we do.
That's what we do. It's how we roll.
New and improved. Continues next.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Gang, I wasn't kidding when I talked about the screen ability. Liam Cohen's offense last year, 3rd in screens. 1st in screen yards and touchdowns. 5th in motion, EPA, and play. By the way, the Jags were 17th in screens. I don't know how that's possible. I really don't, but that's what they were. So, I mean, you got to try to find some sort of silver linings here. Again, it's not official, but I get the feeling that Liam Cohen is going to be your next head coach. We shall see. We shall see, but that's the way it seems to be progressing. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Always on the lookout for winners. Experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. Benefits include 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Oh, what an offer. Come see why Lift Power is voted year in and year out one of the best places to work every year. Our rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. That's family-owned and operated. That's stable, and they want you to be part of the family. Don't let the opportunity slip by. Learn more at liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It's a Gator town. It's a Jag town. It's our hometown. 1010XL, home of the Gators and Jaguars.
New year, new beginnings, and a new roof. Start 2025 with peace of mind and take advantage of Universal Roof and Contracting's limited time offer. 50 15% off all roof repairs and replacements. From leaks to full replacements, call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection today. This special New Year deal ends January 31st. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Hey, I get here with a message from Zero Res. Did you have people over for the holidays? Kids everywhere, dirt everywhere. All the carpets, the rugs, the sofas, the chairs. Did the kitchen tile take a beating? Yeah, time to call my guys at Zero Res. The Zero Res Techs will get you the house looking great again. Folks, if you need help cleaning up after the holiday, give Zero Res a call. Right now, 25% off carpet cleaning, 25% off upholstery cleaning. Zero Res, man. You spell it forwards, Zero Res, you spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a professional stamp licker from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Martin Celery.
Oh, gosh. I can't wait to play, Bob.
Well, let's move things along. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Wait, but
That's right, Marty. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we've stocked up on the remaining inventory of low-cost 2024 model air conditioners. So you win. We're passing the savings on to you.
Can I answer a question first?
We need to make room for the 25s, so we're offering great deals on AC replacements while supplies last.
Could I spin the wheel at least? I've been practicing for a year.
With last-minute deals like this, there's no question that you are cool.
What do I tell my kids?
There you go. Have a souvenir t-shirt.
Thanks.
Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
1010XL celebrates high scorers.
1010XL and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists celebrate scholar athletes.
In class and on the court.
Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234. Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
I couldn't be any happier or prouder than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, man, I'm telling you, I go down there showroom off Atlantic Boulevard just to hang out sometimes. The dudes are great. Everybody's friendly, smiles everywhere. I got my boy Blue, my blue Silverado. If I'm doing service, man, I see Gabe. They take care of me. They take care of me. They'll take care of you. You make an appointment. I get it at 11 o'clock. Drop the truck off at 10:50. They get it done at 11 o'clock. Call you right back. All right, come get your car. Come get your truck. Whatever you want. SUV, electric, pre-owned. George Moore Chevrolet's got them all. You can go to morechevy.com, by the way. Very easy to navigate if you can't make it over to the showroom. They've got all the vehicles. They got the sales, the service, the parts. Never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet, get together. Let's drive.
Mia here for MyBookie. It's win or go home with the AFC and NFC finals this weekend, so build your bankroll for the big game. The NFL playoffs are the ticket to the biggest game of the year, and all roads lead to New Orleans. This is your chance to get in on every high-stakes moment along the way. Your road to New Orleans starts now with MyBookie, the ultimate destination for bettors who want more. Whether you're backing the underdogs or riding with the favorites, every drive, every touchdown, every moment is an opportunity to win big. Kick off your 2025 right with risk-free Thursdays. Place a bet, and if it doesn't hit, MyBookie has your back. Dive into the Bet Boost tab to supercharge your picks and build that bankroll before the big game. MyBookie's online casino keeps the excitement going 24/7. Blackjack, roulette, slots, it's all there. Whether you're celebrating a big win or gearing up for the next round. Haven't joined? Now is the time. Use promo code 1010XL on your first deposit, and MyBookie will hook you up with an instant 50% deposit bonus because you deserve to start the new year off strong. Don't forget that promo code 1010XL on your first deposit, only with MyBookie.
This is Dr. George Bari inviting you to look online at bariorthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics and online at bariorthopedics.com.
Find out more at bariorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Jacksonville. When AEW returns home, it is the biggest party in all of professional wrestling.
Daily's Place, the home of AEW.
And on Saturday, January 25th, Collision returns live. It's a new year and a whole new era in AEW, and there's no better time to experience the excitement than right now. AEW Collision Homecoming, live from Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. Tickets on sale now, starting at $20 at AEWTIX.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. It's Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Boselli. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida. Hall of Fame Quality Roofing Solutions.
Yeah. You know him, you love him. PFHOF number 355. Can never be lost on us. Number 71 in the program.
It's a glorious Saturday morning.
Number 1 in your heart. Don Anthony Boselli Jr. joins us now in the program. Clear up some things.
What's up, boys?
Oh, we're struggling, Tone. We're just struggling.
You know, we were a
before
fan
we get
of...
to that, before we get to that,
yeah.
Can we just say what a great weekend of football Saturday and Sunday were?
It really was.
Yeah, I liked both days.
I liked
thought,
Sunday, but it was great.
Saturday kept me engaged enough. It felt like there was enough drama in those two.
Oh, great games.
Yeah.
The
Good
first
football
week was
games.
weak.
Yeah. It was good.
Too many blowouts week one.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. But that can happen sometime in the wild card.
Sure.
But I just thought it was NFL. I mean,
it's nothing like.
And can we also? And we'll get to the other thing. And was last night?
One thing. What? Something else going on?
Well, I guess. But was last night the college football championship? Was that a little bit of a downer?
Huge downer.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. It's at the wrong time of the year. We can get into that whenever. But
we can talk about that later.
It did not have a good feel at all, Tony. I didn't like it, and I don't know if it's because. I don't know why. It just didn't seem to fit on the calendar. You had great football on the weekend. I was like, it came out of nowhere to me in a way. It was just weird.
It was there was no build up. I didn't care. Maybe because I don't really care for either team. But but even like the build up all week, to me, it's a mistake. They are.
I think for sure this is later in the NFL playoffs than it's ever been. It's probably back at the very least
and
a wild
card.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, the NFL's. I mean, if anything, what it did for I'm sure there's huge college football fans that don't care, but NFL is king because that takes all your attention, at least mine, and you almost forget about this game that should be huge. I think they need to move it up. They need to do the playoffs in December and cap this thing at the new year or the week after the new year or something. But that was.
Kill the conference championship games. Play your first round of the playoffs the first weeks of December.
Well, never do
Let's go.
They should.
I know. I don't think they'll do it either. There's too much money in the conference games. But I do think it'll be interesting because I think the ratings the ratings have not been what everyone thought they were going to be.
No.
That's for sure.
No.
Well, that's another one that's been dogged by bad games, though. It had a bunch of blowouts in the playoffs.
Yeah, but there wasn't. But Jeff, and you guys know this. You guys are huge college fans, probably bigger than I am. But I'm a huge college football fan. Usually, the national title game for like 3 or 4 days.
Yes,
is the buzz. People are talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing that. I agree 100%. I felt the same thing. In fact,
I didn't feel that.
One of the boys was at the house yesterday about 7, and he's like, "National championship games tonight."
Yeah, I'm telling you,
wasn't even aware.
I'm telling you, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And by the way, It's not like you had two
right. Those are big names.
I'll tell you another thing. Two of the biggest brands in college football.
I'll tell you another thing that shocked. Now the cost to get in that game was huge, but I'll tell you another thing. It wasn't even on ABC.
Oh, just ESPN?
Just ESPN, which shocked me.
This is also dumb. There are people, believe it or not, either through streaming services or over the air.
A lot of people
can't get ESPN. They watch their affiliates.
Yeah.
Or don't want ESPN. I mean, yes, there's a lot.
Yeah, that's fair.
The whole thing. I thought it was college football has some. I think also last thing on college football, they have a lot of issues that they need to clean up.
Amen.
Because I also think this portal / NIL, and I'm all for guys getting paid.
Yeah.
Has taken you don't know who's who and what team are they on, and they were like on 18 different teams, and it's just like, okay. It's hard to get excited.
Let me sum it up this way. Kansas State's quarterback throws a touchdown to Ole Miss's running back for Ohio State, who's defending against Wake Forest's quarterback throwing to FIU's wide out after beating Texas, led by OSU's quarterback throwing to Houston's wide out, summarizes why a lot of people hate college football. Or they don't hate it.
Here's the thing.
We don't hate it. We love the games, but it's awful hard for me to sit there and, even when you go win a natty like Will Howard, he's there for a year. Caleb Downs, who's a paid assassin, that's great. But
here's what I think this would work. Okay, because even in the NFL, when you go in and make that first paycheck, you know what? You got to stay there for the first 3 years.
Yeah,
you don't get to go. And so, if you pay a college football player, if he chooses you on signing day, signs a scholarship, and you are paying him, he's not allowed to leave in 3 months or a year. You're a grown man making 6 figures now, not a little homesick child that gets to move around the country.
We're bearing the lead.
Yes, we
do. You know what that's called? You know what that's called, Jeff? That's called signing a contract. It's
right.
real world.
This guy's stonewalling us. He's stonewalling us. He's filibustering.
I'm not. I know Dan thinks I'm filibustering.
You're filibustering again. We're out of time. Thanks. We'll catch you next week.
Okay, I'll talk to you next week. See you guys.
Works for me, says.
Oh, my gosh.
Tony, who would you like to see as the Jaguars' next head coach of the guys that are remaining? Who do you think? Regardless of who's been talking, who would you choose? Or is that too tough a question? Do you lean anywhere?
No, it's a fair question. I would say this: I haven't landed on any one guy. I have through the whole process, and I've been consistent. And I think the three of us talked about it. I know Dan and you and I talked about it. I think is I get listen. Everyone's losing their minds about Ben Johnson going to Chicago.
Right.
That's the big thing. Everyone's lost their minds.
Right.
I, from the beginning, said, well, wait a second. Before, I knew anything. Anointing Ben Johnson as the next great head coach.
Right.
He's going to be Parcells or Bill Walsh or Sean McVay or whoever you want to put in that list. I just think you don't know. And the big thing, and the hardest thing to do in these coaching, in an NFL head coaching search is projecting, can a guy who's never done the job, and it's a wildly different job than being an offensive or defensive coordinator.
Right.
Can you project him to leading your whole building and being the voice and the standard setter and setting the culture and everything else, all the things we talk about? Can he do that? Can he lead? Can he capture the whole building, not just one side of the ball?
Same questions apply to the guys who are still up for the job.
No, without a doubt.
Right.
And my point is, before everyone loses their mind,
right.
Let's go through the process, because here's one thing. None of the three of us have sat in one of these interviews.
Right.
Not one of us. And have done the deep dive and understand what is going on and asking questions and how do they respond and how do they handle stress and all those things. None of us have done the background work of calling teams, people this is a $50 million decision.
I know.
And so I just think it's let's sit back and wait. And it's really interesting how I was shocked when I got up yesterday morning and mid-morning heard the news because unless the Bears flew to Detroit,
they never met with him in person.
They never met with him in person.
Correct.
I don't know how you make a decision that big. I think it's irresponsible, frankly. How you make a decision to go with a head coach have never sat down with him face to face and had a conversation. How do you commit?
Well, this is what bugs me.
$10+ million a year for that guy.
I got to ask you this question because you said on this air, you know for a fact that the general manager would not block someone from coming into this organization if they felt like he was the right person.
And he didn't.
Okay. But I know for a fact that this guy made it clear that he didn't want to work with, and I just don't understand.
I'm just going to say this, Dan.
Uh-huh.
You might know that for a fact,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you've talked to someone directly, worked directly to him. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But two things. One, I'd be real careful of everyone listening being on X and taking these insiders as gospel.
I agree.
Because I know certain things that I've read that are patently false.
I agree. I think I've read things that are patently false, too, and I try to say only what I know as factual. The rest, I'll say I'm speculating here. I get it.
So let's say that is true.
Okay.
That Ben Johnson said he wasn't coming with Trent Baalke.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm going to say is Trent Baalke did not block anything.
Okay. It does look a little suspicious. You see where I'm. If you're coming from my vantage point, you would see how it would look a little suspicious. Yes.
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm suspicious of a lot of things.
Yeah.
And and it's fun to be. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with being on X and making assumptions and guessing and everything else. That's fun. It's part of being a fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the media's job nowadays. It's what they do.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with it. But I'm just saying, yeah, I make a lot of assumptions based on partial information, and I'm just telling you, I think my recommendation is let's get through the process, keep on going, and see where we end up, first of all.
Okay.
Second of all, does anyone else think it's curious that the Bears signed a deal with Ben Johnson with never meeting with him?
Yes. It's very curious.
And would you, as the owner of a team, hire somebody if you never met with them?
I would like to meet with him.
Okay.
Personally.
Well,
and I probably would have said, "Look, I'm gonna fly there and come talk to you before I want you." I may tell you, "Look, you're my guy."
Was that an option? Was that an option?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know that. I don't know that.
Neither do I. So my point is assuming.
But I'm not worried about. Yeah, go ahead.
So let me say this.
Yeah.
Assuming somehow Trent Baalke is this mythical character who has the power to do whatever he wants.
He's a wizard.
He's a wizard.
He's cousins with Jack.
Yeah, somehow he's the one that is,
I don't think that's
dashed the dreams of all.
I don't think that's
Jaguar
the process.
fans over a quarterback, over a coach that we have no idea whether he's going to be good or not.
No, I think his power just lays in the name that's on his driver's license, Tony. It's not that he stopped someone.
That's not.
Okay.
I think it's. I don't know the details. I'm not involved in the process.
No,
I have not sat in one interview. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know all the details. I'm just telling you from what, from common sense and knowing people and having a few cover. I think it'd be irresponsible to jump to the conclusion that the reason Ben Johnson's not here is because of Trent Baalke and Trent Baalke. Like that's the only reason. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. Now.
I just understand that we're not.
This is not a defense or anything else of whether we should have hired Ben or not.
I got you.
I just want to make sure.
I don't buy that.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying it's because of the way he interviewed him, or because Baalke's telling Shad not to, or because he's pushing him away. That's not the insinuation. We're not saying that. Just so you know, it's before any talks.
I know what you're saying.
Okay, all right.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying. Like, the way I look at it and how I found out the information on X and everything I've read and everything I know about the process and everything from my background in the NFL and in business, by the way, I find it just super curious that a team decided to write a $50 million check guaranteed to a guy they never met with in person to give him the reins of the entire organization for a job that he has never done.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, but that's how much he was coveted, though, in a way. I mean, it's
who coveted it?
Well, the Bears.
I mean, the Bears obviously did, but I think I think it's irresponsible. That's my opinion.
I
think that's curious to me.
Yeah, and I'm not
because
saying
I've been from day one. I've been consistent. I think Ben Johnson is a world class offensive coordinator.
Oh, he's a maestro. He's a maestro play caller. He's a Picasso.
I also think he called a trick play that probably cost him the game.
Yeah, but I don't think it cost him the game. I don't think they were going to win, but it was a bad call. It was a bad call. There was a couple bad calls.
They score there. It's a 3-point game. They need one stop.
Yeah, they also had 31 points, and he would tell and you would tell me that if you score 31, you ought to be able to win the game.
I'm not saying, Dan. I think he's a great offensive coordinator.
I get you.
I think he's great. But guess what? We're not hiring an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I know, but he was going to call the plays.
I can go down the list of great offensive coordinators,
Mm-hmm.
who got head jobs and completely failed.
Okay,
and I can give you the list of guys who did not have success as a coordinator and were world-class head coaches.
You talk about business. You talk about business.
I'm just telling you, I'm not. Again, I want to make sure you guys understand.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm not saying Ben Johnson's not going to be a great head coach.
I hear you.
Don't know.
I get it.
And I wasn't in those interviews.
Understood.
Sean Kahn and Trent Baalke were.
And you can say that, just for the record, about every single candidate.
Yeah.
You can say that about everyone.
That. I'm just hold on. Not everyone. I mean, yes. Actually, unless you go get Pete Carroll, who we did an interview,
or Bill Belichick,
or Bill Belichick, who we did an interview. So that's fair. And by the way, you still don't know if it's going to work
here
again the way they did it.
I would say it probably won't work because of the front office, but go ahead.
Well, and that's, I mean, at the end of the day, that's a fair. I have no problem with that critique.
Yes,
because what we're judged upon,
right, wins and losses,
are wins and losses,
mm-hmm.
and so at the end of the day, you can, if people were saying, listen, I'm unhappy because of not changing or this or whatever because we were 4-13. It's hard to argue that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying. I think it's always bigger than one thing. We've talked about that. It's never one thing in an organization. But the fans being mad about 4-13 is fair. That's fine.
Yeah.
But everyone losing their mind and saying the Jags blew it. I mean, I've heard on your guys there, they're never going to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, life is done as we know it because you didn't get Ben Johnson. I just don't. To me, that's just like a complete overreaction. I'm like, whoa, wait a second.
Tone, you could have. You talk about being a businessman, a highly successful businessman that you are. Much respect to you.
You could have won the press conference by hiring Ben Johnson.
Yeah, you had you had hope, you had everything going your way. I mean, and ultimately, if he's not,
you know the last time we did that?
Yeah, I know.
Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Well, they're two very different people.
Go?
I will bet you $1,000 to a dime that Ben Johnson has more NFL victories than Urban Meyer.
I'm not saying you're not true, Jeff. I'm not saying you're not right. But time out.
Yeah.
Let's not be revisionist in history with history.
Yeah.
When Urban Meyer was hired,
yes, sir,
this place exploded with excitement.
I exploded with excitement. I thought it's a big swing. He went for the home run. I thought it was a great move by Shad Khan. I'll admit it. I thought it was a great move.
And it worked for about. It never worked. And 10 weeks later, we were firing.
Never worked.
So I'm just like, okay, like to me. Like, I'm wildly interested in the process and where do we end up? And by the way, not only who the head coach is, what's his staff look like?
Yeah, well, I can tell you. We're going to be here next week, and Liam Cohen's going to be the head coach. And unless Todd Bowles gets fired and the Bucs want to keep him, hire him. And this, by the way, this is all speculation. And
I understand.
And they'll offer the DC to Saleh or Graham, who they're bringing in for a second interview. That we know. Appreciate the transparency, and that's where we're going to be.
I think they'll hire Saleh.
I'll find hope in it.
I think they'll hire Saleh. Okay. That's what I think they're doing.
I'll find hope in it, and I'll get because I choose to, and I want the team to win, but I'm still extremely disappointed, and I thought a golden opportunity has been missed. That's just me. So that's where I am. What can you tell us, Tony Boselli?
I don't know if a golden opportunity has been missed. I mean, it's okay to be disappointed that Ben Johnson's the guy you wanted.
Yeah.
And again, Ben Johnson's a world-class offense coordinator, but without a doubt, he's never done it. Guess who else is after he's 1 year of is Liam Cohen. Look at top 5 in passing and rushing, and what they did with that offense. I mean, that offense carried a team that's been built on defense.
I mean, the guy's had 3 straight top 5 seasons. It's not fair just to say he's your average run of the mill. There's a reason everyone wants him. Tony, man, we don't have to.
Wait a second, Jeff. I just told you he's a world-class offensive
I get it, but I mean, this is the same argument you could use. You know what this argument gets you? Trayvon Walker on draft day. That's what it gets you.
Okay, great. Jeff, how many times have you talked to Ben Johnson?
None. 0.
Okay, how much do you
same
know?
Same with whoever else they hire, Tone.
Okay, hold on. How much do you know?
You'd have to give. You know what? Before
he relates to people.
Fair question. Fair
I'm
question.
just asking, how much do you know?
What you know what you'd have to give me, Tony? The opportunity to talk to him, Tone. So you can't ask me a question about getting someone, huh?
Guess what?
What?
Guess what, Jeff?
What?
You don't get that opportunity.
No kidding. No kidding.
Guess what? Neither did I.
Sure.
So I'm fine with you guys speculating and being disappointed that Ben Johnson's not the head coach, but to have the reaction where life is over as we know it, and this organization will never get it right. To me,
it won't be because of that.
Stupid.
Well, it's
just dumb.
Okay.
And to blame this all on saying for sure this is due to Trent Baalke being there, I just don't buy it. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not saying, again, you being critical of Trent Baalke being retained because of our record, that's a fair conversation to have. I have no problem having that conversation. That is fair.
Why isn't it fair, Tone, for me to be suspicious about that, though? Why isn't that fair? Because you say
you can be suspicious.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
I'm suspicious.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But being suspicious is wildly different than what I've read and seen and heard of people just losing it and making all the it's over.
Yeah.
Like we didn't get the one guy. We're failures. This is Trent's fault. This is Shad's fault. Whatever.
I'm almost hoping right now for like a Tom Brady WEEI moment where Tone gets so frustrated he just hangs up on us.
No, I'm not frustrated. I'm actually not frustrated. Part of me loves the fans' reaction. I love it.
Yeah, they care.
Because there's a bunch of fans who care.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I have no issue with it. So let me I'm clear. I actually have no issue with anyone's response.
Okay.
That is fine. That's what you do as fans. That's what you get excited about. Like we all do it. I do it. I mean, I'll go back. I can't remember who it was, but this was years ago. It's college. It's completely different. When we ended up hiring Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
It was I can't remember who it was, but it was one or two guys. I'm like, let's get this guy.
Right.
And when we didn't, I'm like, we are idiots.
Right.
What's wrong with my school? We're not paying.
But you say
and we got Pete Carroll, and I'm like, I'm glad we got Pete Carroll. The opposite of that is, hold on. The opposite of that is, I remember when we announced that we hired Lincoln Riley. I was so excited. I'm like, yes, we finally, got who we wanted. Blah 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 blah. And now you ask me, I'm like, holy cow, what's going on there?
And you say things like, it's stupid to lose hope and stuff. But Tone, we had 13 years of our owner, and we got 64 wins. We got to get better, man.
Yes.
We got to get better.
No. I'm not saying, and that's a fair.
And that beats us all down. That beats us all down.
And you know what?
And so there we have the golden boy, the guy that everybody wants. 90% want this guy, and keeping in mind that we have no idea what kind of coach he's going to be. And by the way, if it comes to Jacksonville, it may blow up. Who knows? But there it is, and there's a general manager who at best has done a mediocre job, and if that's the sticking point, then why not make the change? Washington made a total, Mr. Khan said it was suicidal to make a total change. It's not. Washington did it, and in a year, they're playing for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. It happens if you get the right people. You can't look at football like it's unlike any other business. That you may know because you've gone into the business sector.
Yep.
But the business of the NFL is unlike any other business. And so if you're running $1 billion business, you don't ever want to sweep everybody out. I get it. But in football, it can work. That's all.
I'm not saying it can't. Well, that's proven.
Yeah.
But it also can work the other way, too, where you get the GM and hire a coach. This is the one thing I think we all know about the NFL. A lot of different structures, versions, and ways have, whether it's the style of the coach,
no written formula. Yeah, correct.
I mean, it was like teams win and teams lose, and teams have success and don't. And I want to make sure everyone knows, including you guys, I get the frustration.
I know.
I'm not the frustration of feeling like I just want to hope for something good, and that's why I actually understand the reaction
Do they get
Ben
the
Johnson?
I know you do.
Ben Johnson was the the big prize, at least the perception was.
It's a big fish.
And we want
big fish we wanted to land. Do they get the frustration, Tone? Does the owner and the general manager understand the frustration of the fans? And I don't know how much dealings you've had with them of late, but I'm asking you that if you have any. If you have had any, do they understand the frustration of the fan base?
My experience with over time with both those individuals, they're both very competitive.
Yes,
and are very unhappy with the results.
Okay,
like Shad Khan wants to win.
Yeah,
he's competitive. Like he's not happy. For where, the wins and losses.
Most of us feel like then he would be listening to the wrong people on the football side. He's a wonderful businessman. He's a hugely successful man. But in a results-oriented business, which is cut and dried, we just don't have the results, I don't think.
Yeah, and I guess the question I would ask, and I don't know how this happened in detail, so let's be clear. So I don't know the details. But I guess my question to you guys would be, and I'll tell you where I landed on this yesterday as I was thinking about it, because, listen, was I intrigued? It would have been exciting if Ben Johnson ended up as the head coach. Yeah. Would I have been still kind of wondering, could he do it or not? Absolutely. So both can be true at the same time. But as I looked at yesterday and thinking about, I'm like, okay, how did this is a little bit odd, is Lions lose, everyone's surprised because you're not allowed in-person interviews until after the championship game or when they lose. So shocking loss, surprised everybody. They lose, and within 24 hours or less than 48 hours, with no in-person interview, he's offered the reported $13 million a year contract.
Yeah.
And so
they didn't want him to leave. They didn't want to lose him. They were sold on him. They had their minds made up. Listen, there's a lot of sham going on in these interviews. You know that.
I guess my point is, you can follow the rules and have conversations with the agent and everything else. There's a lot of ways these things go around. For me, where I landed is like, I wouldn't hire a guy to this role. It's too important. I would have had questions like, we're really hiring a guy without like really digging in and interviewing him like in person and sitting down with him. That'd have been a little bit weird to me.
It is weird.
And so it's like, okay, so I'm just role playing here. What if Shad wanted him? But all of a sudden woke up and the call was like, what's your offer? I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, sat down and talked to the guy.
Yeah.
To me, like that, so the timing of this, like to me, it's either this was baked well before anything happened and Ben Johnson was going through the process just to leverage and create leverage because he always wanted the Bears job.
Okay.
So, or something else.
Is that your speculation or is that what you're wondering?
I'm wondering. I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't.
No, I know you don't. I'm wondering if that's what you're saying, though. I think this happened or you don't know.
Well, I'm just looking at the timing.
Yeah. Timing is odd.
Timing's odd because here's the other thing. Because we were told by all the experts, and it was talked about, we talked about it here. When Shad kept Trent, which was controversial with the fan base, no doubt about it. The report for a week was, oh, great. Now we can't get Ben Johnson, and Ben Johnson's not going to interview with us. Remember those reports?
Yeah.
He's not going to interview.
But just so you know, there's a lot. Okay.
Did he interview with us?
Yes.
Okay. So my only point in that is saying none of us really know how this thing went down. And none of us know the process that got Ben Johnson to sign a deal with the Chicago Bears with never interviewing in person.
Yeah.
And so before I blame Shad or Trent or the man on the moon, I'd be interested to understand really how this transpired because this is different.
There's no doubt.
And good for the Bears. If that's the guy they wanted and they don't care about, they said, we are that convicted, then, they're rolling the dice. And maybe they'll be successful. Maybe they won't. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But my point is, I think you got to take a step back and look at the whole process because everyone said he wouldn't interview because of Trent. He did. So what happened there?
Well, again, then there are reports, and I don't know this, so I'm not saying this is speculation, but there are reports that he did it begrudgingly and that he made it clear in the interview that he did not want to work with certain people. So I don't
That's
know.
not what I heard.
Okay, well, there you go. So I don't know the answer. I know this. We got to go. We're way over, but we love you, and we love you stepping into the fire for us a little bit, and we're going to keep pounding away, pound at the rock.
And I would just say this though, because we have great fans, and I appreciate their frustration, and I appreciate their passion, and like keep that up, please.
Yeah.
But just let's see where this goes. Let's see who our head coach is, and then the proof in the pudding will be not
on the field,
at the press conference,
or
a month from now, or 2 months from now. The proof of the pudding is going to be a year from right now, and we'll understand. At least we'll have a sense. Was this the right hire, and are we going in the right direction?
Fair enough.
Because that's really all we all want, and I know you guys want it. I want it. All our fans want it. We just want to win.
Yeah.
And I'm frustrated. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of not being good. I'm tired of not playing right now this time of year.
That's right.
We're all tired of it. And I would bet you a good money shot's tired of it.
Fair enough.
And so let's just see where this goes.
All right. Thank you, Big Bo.
Thanks, Tony.
Appreciate you, man.
All right. See you guys.
All right. There he goes. Don Anthony Boselli Jr.
I mean,
what?
Your GM is not a prison sentence. It's not hard to change him.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing on Balky's resume that is defensible.
Oh, fair enough. We'll take a break. We got to catch up. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Living life on the edge of your seat.
Are you kidding me?
Your front row seat for play-by-play.
Break it free, they're not going to catch you.
1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Around this time last year, I was celebrating. Why? Because I had reached my goal of dropping 40 pounds with Awaken 180. It felt great. We all set goals, but most times we don't have a plan to hit them. So it's not really a goal. I'd call it more of a wish, and we know how that saying goes. With Awaken 180, I didn't wish the weight away. I had a plan, and this time I knew I'd reach my goal, and I did it. 40 pounds gone in just 2 months. Simple. That was a year ago, and I haven't put on a pound. How do I feel? Like $1 million. Like the horizon line that looked so far away all those years is now right in front of me, and it's a brand new day, and it's time to seize it. Night and day from where I felt carrying around all that weight, having to untuck my shirts, winded trying to tie my shoes. If you're overweight, you know what I mean. Set your goal and know you'll reach it with the solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hey, here with my friends at Beaches Dermatology. So many different locations in the area to serve you. You know them by now. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. Staff second to none. Love you on Solano Road. Take good care of me. Been taking care of me for years. Appreciate you guys with the skin. Man, they want to remind you, take care. Even in this cold temps, man. The sun comes out and you're outside all day long. Put on a hat, man. Protect those ears, right? Long sleeve dry fit, sunscreen, whatever. Just protect your skin. And if something shows up on your skin and you're not sure, then go get it checked out. It's real easy to do. You can go online at beachesdermatology.com and make an appointment. They'll see you, they'll look at it, they'll tell you what it is, and they'll take care of you. Just go online at beachesdermatology.com. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's Sales Event. For a limited time, save 20% off on our energy-efficient windows and patio doors designed to keep your home comfortable year-round and your energy bills down. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation. But hurry, the special New Year's offer won't last. License number CGC 1527613.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
I open the door and take you inside the locker room to get you closer to the field, the players and coaches you care about.
Get a look at Hayes' blog on 1010XL.com.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
Your home is your sanctuary, where memories are made. Jags homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I've known Glenn Coleman for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes & Cohen.
It's a new year at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. Cash in this month with thrilling promotions and tournaments, including daily high hands and table games clockwork cash out. Giving away $300 cash every 15 minutes and selected weekends at all 3 Best Bet locations. Catch all the excitement in 2025. See all the details and learn the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Tax season is here, and your refund can go further at Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Put the extra cash to work by investing in your vehicle, whether it's overdue maintenance, brake repairs, or new tires. Their skilled technicians will help you get the most out of every dollar. With 5 Jacksonville locations, fair prices, and trusted service, Big Chief Tire has everything you need to hit the road with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
1010XL is presented by Barra & Barra, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right. We got some sport concepts and rationalizations at the end of the drill. E, what are you handing out today as far as razzle dazzle?
Oh, I got some razzle today. I got a family 4-pack to see Sugar Ray and Uncle Cracker.
No way.
That's going down at the Clay County
Uncle
Fair.
Cracker, Jeff.
Uncle Cracker. But I also, that comes with some Clay County Fair tickets. All you got to do is holler at me at the end of the 10-minute drill.
All right. This is all for you Clay Countyans. Or if you're not in Clay County, you want to go, you can go. What'd you make a Big Bow?
I can't see the forest for the trees. I'm just as simple as this. Look, let's make a chart, everyone. Let's put it downtown. Let's go downtown and hang it on the watchtower, which we don't have. Let's hang it on the, Churchwell building. Let's make a big chart. We're going to split it in half. And on the positive, we're going to put Balky pluses. And on the other, we're going to put Balky minuses. And then at the end, we're going to tape extra paper to the bottom of the minus category. Its resume here in Jacksonville is indefensible. He has done nothing good. Nothing. His free agents are bleh. His decisions on who to keep and go, bleh. Yeah. His drafts, bleh.
Yeah.
So, as simple as that. This is for me, this isn't about Ben Johnson. To me, the Jags getting Ben Johnson, what makes him a hero is that we have to get a new GM. That's why. It's not working with Trent. I don't want Trent Baalke here.
Yeah.
He's not good at what he does. And worse than that, he's destructive in his relationships, whether or not the owner realizes it. And so it's just very depressing. And this doesn't mean that you can't come in and overcome him. You know, you can come in as a coach and overcome him for a while, but it sure seems like he sucks the life out of you. He did in San Francisco, and he did in Doug Peterson.
Big Bo's taking another beating on the social media after that. But anyway, we'll keep you posted. We'll see what happens. 3 new interviews this week, and I think we kind of covered it with Tony. All right, a couple other things. National championship, Ohio State wins. I figured out the formula, by the way. Oh, another great Kirk Herbstreit line last night.
His kid plays on the team. You knew that, right?
Kirk's kid?
Yeah, he's got a kid on the team.
Yeah, his other kid's going to Michigan.
Yeah, he's got a kid.
I don't know if he has a kid on this Ohio State team.
I mean, is that an old picture? Because he's hugging a kid, and it says #blank Herbstreit. His nephew then? I don't know which.
Because his 2 sons, didn't he have twin sons who went to Clemson? Maybe one transfer to I don't know anything about his kids. I just saw somebody send in the picture, and it made me think that that's where he's getting some of this interior, nobody knows the story nonsense. Yeah. Well, Ohio State went to hell and back.
Yeah, what does that mean? You lost a game. So what? You want to go to hell and back? Come down to Gainesville for a couple of years.
Yeah, exactly.
But crying and then you can't.
I get the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry. Let's knock it off, okay?
Right.
It's Florida State. It's Alabama-Auburn. It's Army-Navy. It's USC-Notre Dame. I mean, they're all big, okay? Stop. Golly, man. But I do have the formula, Jeff Prosser, in this day and age. It's not about the $20 million. We've had 6 straight years where the school that wins the national championship does this. You want to know what it is?
All right, the school that wins the national championship does this.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, they win their last game.
Bingo. But a lot of teams win their bowl games, so they win their last game.
But they're not national champions.
And they're not. So you have to come.
A doesn't equal B.
You have to narrow it down a little bit more.
All right, no. Teams that win the national championship.
Like you know in college basketball when you say what's the formula?
NBA players.
Yeah, guard players.
Are good guard players.
NFL players.
Yeah, NFL players.
The last 6 champions with the most NFL draft picks have won the title. So if you're a head coach, here's what you do. Guys, I don't care what they've done. You find me guys who are going to play in the league. Ohio State, they say trust us, but Ohio State's going to have Ohio State may set the record that Georgia holds for most players drafted. 2024 Michigan, 13. 23 Georgia, 10. 22 Georgia, 15. 21 Bama, 10. 20 LSU, 14. Go get future NFL players. If you do that, you're going to win the Natty.
Well, I know if you're a Gator or a Florida State fan, you know that's true. You go back and look at your championship winning teams, and it's chock full of first-round draft picks in many cases.
6 straight years where the school with the most NFL draft picks won the FBS title. Game over.
Well, I mean, it still has to happen, but
yeah. And if you don't, then you can question the coach. Because let me remind you who the head coach of the 2020 LSU Tigers was. Football. Yeah.
Coaches matter.
Yeah.
That's all the Jimmys and Joes.
Jimmys and Joes.
Jimmys and Joes wins that court goes to jury for like 8 seconds. Jimmys and Joes versus X's and O's when football takes the stand. But in most cases, it's probably just as much.
Tell them about it, JoJo.
Thank you.
And the
I got a Hummer. You want a Hummer?
By the way, the best player on Ohio State ain't getting drafted this year.
Caleb Downs?
No.
Oh.
The receiver.
Oh, Jeremiah Smith, yeah.
Jeremiah.
Oh, I got another comp because did you do that on the air?
No.
E asked us NFL comps for this kid, Jeremiah Smith, who's so good. I threw out T.O. E was thinking, and Jeff were thinking on the same page. Who did you say? Andre Johnson?
Yeah.
I said, I first guessed Larry Fitzgerald, and then when told wasn't it, Andre Johnson was my
second
another
one for you.
Who?
Julio.
Oh,
yeah, that's a
that
good one.
might be it.
That's a
How
good
about
one.
Julio?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That's a good one.
All right. Let's grab a break. 641
we went way over
catch up.
talking Jaguars coaching search and all of the clarity that came from that when we had breakfast with Boselli. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL.
We move forward starting right now. We start becoming a team right now.
Jacksonville Sports Radio. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
New year, new beginnings, and a new roof. Start 2025 with peace of mind and take advantage of Universal Roof and Contracting's limited time offer. 15% off all roof repairs and replacements. From leaks to full replacements, call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection today. This special New Year deal ends January 31st. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Hey, Hicken here from Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bow 9 and Associates.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Homeowners, listen up. It's time to start fresh in 2025. Prosser here, and Loan Pronto is here to help take control of your finances in 2025 by lowering your house payments and consolidating that nagging debt. Did you know that 9 out of 10 borrowers get a better deal by calling Loan Pronto? Right now, Loan Pronto has some of the most competitive offers for refis, debt consolidation, and purchase loans, starting in the low 5s APR. If your current rate is over 6%, don't settle for paying too much. Even if you're in process with another lender, call Loan Pronto now. Lock in at a lower rate today and close in as little as 2 weeks, often with no appraisal. You can even skip your next 2 house payments. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Get your personalized Loan Pronto rate quote instantly with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees. Call now, 904-999-1508, or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Hello, I'm Malcolm Anthony. I've been practicing criminal defense law for over 40 years. It's what I love to do, it's what I do well. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 2854-LAW. 2854-LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
You've got a circle of friends, right? Well, how about a circle of beer? All your favorites like Bud Light, Bud Heavy, Mick Ultra, or Natty Light. It's all there in the cold case at Circle K. Probably one right around the corner right now calling your name. Slide on in to a Circle K.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE neograft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS. IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Lone Pronto. Jacksonville Jaguars missed out on Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, who was joining the Bears. According to Diana Rossini of The Athletic, Johnson's decision was influenced by general manager Trent Baalke, and the setup was not aligning with his expectations for a head coaching role. Former Tennessee quarterback Harrison Bailey is transferring to Florida. He made the announcement Monday. With one season of eligibility left as a graduate transfer, he is likely to add depth behind freshman QB DJ Lagway. Florida basketball remained in the top 10, but moved down 2 spots to number 6 in the latest USA Today men's coaches poll on Monday. The team held at number 5 in the AP poll. Florida's next game is scheduled for Wednesday at South Carolina. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. They make the plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report. Brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
Yeah. You can put those on if you want. You don't have to. Can you hear? How you doing, Kendall Profit?
I'm doing great.
Great. We've got Kendall Profit in here. She's a lovely young. How old are you, Kendall?
I'm 15.
She's 15. Are you a freshman?
Yes, sir.
Freshman at St. John's Country Day. She's a baller, is what she is, Jeff Prosser. She's a baller. And
shooters go shoot.
Yeah. And let's see. Hold on. I'm looking at. You got a game tonight. Is that correct?
That's correct. Senior night.
We're not going to get iced out, huh? It's going to be snow day, maybe? Snow day tonight? I don't know.
I mean, this is great. You guys are off to a great start. Congratulations on your season. Let's see, I'm just looking real quick here. I know you're having a great year already. And every time I look at the box scores, you're like on top there. They've beaten some good teams, man. They beat, they're beating some really good teams here. And then you.
Can I tell a little story about Kendall?
You know a story?
Well, she was driving in today.
Okay.
Right. Getting ready to come in for this nice spot where we welcome high school athletes.
Yeah, it's a prop up the high school.
Sure, it's a friendly, fun segment. And she's driving in and listening to the show. I would argue maybe for the first time.
Kendall, do you know anything about this show?
Football.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, so they're driving in, the Kendall clan, I call them. And she's listening. Her first introduction to us is listening to the Boselli interview.
Oh, we were screaming at
Thought
Tony?
she's walking into a Lion's Den here. We're going to rip her to shreds. Get out of here.
Why didn't you pass the ball when there were 3 minutes left? What were you thinking? We're not like that.
No,
actually very
only
nice.
with Tony.
How did you develop a love for basketball? When did you notice that, hey, I can make the shots. I'm not bad.
So I started playing when I was 5 years old in kindergarten, and I did it as a way to kind of socialize with my friends.
Okay.
And then it kind of just turned into a love for the sport.
Okay.
Who is your favorite player, like every other girl your age in mankind? Caitlin Clark?
Yes.
Can you feel that in girls? I'm sure you do the camp scene, and I know you probably play your recreation. Is that as big a thing among young girls playing basketball as probably there's been when it comes to basketball influence?
Yeah, it's starting to pick up a lot. All these girls are shooting as many threes as they can when they're open, and it's just kind of
frees you up, shoot or shoot.
She's the Steph Curry of women's basketball. She's going to ruin the game.
Well, yeah, sure.
What about mid-range? Do you have a mid-range
Steph's really
shot?
ruined it.
Working on it.
Working on it. That a girl. What's the best part of your game, do you think?
Probably shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a scorer?
Yes.
Yes. Shoot or shoot, Don't ever forget
We heard that. Aren't you almost like 1,000 points?
I just hit 1,000.
And you're a freshman? Oh, so you started playing 8th grade, 7th, right?
Yes.
We didn't do 1,000 in like 6 games here. What are we doing, Jenny? What are we up to? What do we got here?
We won 61-14, and Kendall had 59. No. So what year did you start playing basketball then here at St. John's?
I started playing in 6th grade.
Yeah.
6th grade.
Yes.
So you can,
When were you on the varsity? Were you on the varsity?
7th grade.
Oh, okay. Took you time,
But
huh?
that can be common, right? At St. John's Country Day, because they have that full breath. They've got some younger, but you better be good if you're young, right? To crack that lineup. And what kind of team do you have? And obviously, you're going to take on a leadership role as a scorer. But because does that also, that leadership role, do you also take that on personally, or because of an age? Are there other girls that take on that role? How do you guys come together as a team?
I feel like our team's very young this year, and we're very developmental.
Mm-hmm.
And for leadership, I feel like I have a big role, and my other teammates as well, Sophia, Ashanti, all of them, we just all look up to each other and work together on the court and off the court.
Shout out to Sophia and Ashanti.
Shout out.
Hey, I got bad news.
Talk to me.
Kendall, you guys played Clay High.
Oh, dang, Kendall.
That's where
he's a Clay High
That's his
grad.
alma mater.
Yeah.
What, do you remember the score of that game?
I don't know.
Did you win?
We won, yes.
Was it a hard game?
Not really.
E, do you know what the score of the game against Clay was?
Man,
E, what you got?
What, man?
60 for the good guys.
Okay.
Kendall's team.
Good girls.
Good girls. And 17 for Clay.
Oof.
Hey, Dan.
What?
Work on the shooting
Shut
drills
the
out
F
there.
up.
We gotta get that. We gotta talk out there to Clay.
Hey, Kendall, she's also a 4.6 student, a 4.6 GPA.
What?
Underachieving. I mean, parents must be all over.
Yeah. You gotta do a little better than that. I mean, with 4.6. What's your hardest class?
Need to go and run some laps.
Probably history.
History?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your favorite teacher? You don't have one?
We finally don't have one.
Don't know.
Okay. All right.
You can't. If you say one, then you
that's
risk
fair.
running afoul of the others.
That's
So
fair.
you got to play it smart. You got to
All
pass
right, so
the ball
what's
around.
the goal for the team this year, the rest of the way? We're already at senior night. We got to go to First Coast later this week. Got St. Aug one more time. What are we thinking here as we get through the regular season?
Our goal is to win districts this year and
Okay.
move to regionals.
Okay. Who's in our district? Like, what team's tough? You know?
They're just looking for help again.
Huh? Florida School. Okay. All right. So that's a good challenge there. All right. So if we win district, then we go to regionals, and hopefully we can keep going and see what happens.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to one day go to Iowa and be the next Caitlin Clark?
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Do you have would you like to? I mean, college basketball. Would you like to? Is that a goal?
I'd like to go to Florida.
Yes, you go play with Shaq's daughter. You know she's there. Yeah. And we that's our school could use some help.
Yeah, that's
we haven't
true.
done great over there.
No, through the years it's been a bit of a struggle, but
I was watching them.
they were a tournament team. Was either
Up
last
and
year or a couple
down.
of years
They're
ago.
up and
Yeah, a
down.
couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah, they played LSU on Sunday, and LSU was handling
LSU's
them
pretty good.
fairly easily.
Yeah.
I think our coach is with child, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Coach Finley, Kelly Ray
Pregnant,
Finley.
we
That's
call
her
that,
name,
yeah.
by the way. Should we put in a good word for her, for you?
Yeah.
Do they know about you yet?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right.
Well, they're going to find out.
They're going to find out. What's the most points you've scored in a game? Do you know?
44.
44.
Is that high school?
High school,
Do you have a bigger total than 44 is a bunch.
Biddy ball. And Biddy ball, she scored 60.
How many threes a part of that 44? Do you remember?
9.
9.
Nine?
It is, yes. Kind of cheating.
E, what about 9 threes?
What about it?
Does Clay have 9 all year? E? That's the question.
Get off my Blue Devils, man.
All right. Well, it's good to see you. Everything good? Anything else you want to add?
They're sending
You're
her
looking over
something.
there.
What you need?
What's the message?
You need something? 100 threes last year. She doesn't want to toot her own horn.
Eighth
They're all
grader,
here.
she made 100 threes?
Is that all?
Good gracious. That's pretty impressive.
Well, good luck to
Jeff
the
here's
team.
going to try to do the river run. Do you think he can make it?
Yeah.
Okay,
he can
good.
make it.
Look at that.
He appreciates
Just
it.
right in.
Says
Just
back
sight
curtain.
unseen.
Says-
I mean, what has this become?
Well, we got Kendall Profit here. She's
Which Kendall on her way?
outstanding St. John's
Continue
Country
with her
Day.
terrific freshman year. Use these young girls, and we want to have you back in a couple of years, a couple of steps away
She can
from
come back.
state
She'll come
when you
back
have
every year.
4,000 points.
What's the most points scored in St. John's Country Day history? Do we know the record is?
2,000?
Oh,
yeah, she's dead.
Easy.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
gone.
yeah. All
Was
right.
that Talia?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she was pretty good.
Oh, Talia went there?
Yeah.
You play with Talia?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Talia wasn't there, but a couple of years she had 2,000.
Talia's at Auburn right now.
She is. Yeah.
My sister works at Auburn. I said, "Do you know Talia? Go tell her we said hello." She goes, because my sister likes to go watch the girls play because it's easy to go to, and she said she's out right now with a wrist injury. Yeah.
Where did she go in wrist injury?
Arkansas.
Oh, I was somewhere in the SEC.
She got some NIL. Do you get NIL at St. John's? They give you any money?
from Dad.
Not yet.
It's called allowance.
Tough questions. Hey, congratulations. Keep going.
Thanks for
We're
coming
proud
in,
of you.
putting
Kendall
up with
Prophet,
us.
St. John's Country Day, man. She's a 4.6 student, but more importantly, she got 9 threes in a game. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's the Lock and Law High Score Report. Know before you blow. Thanks to Lee Lockett. Back with more next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. A symphony of sweat, grit, and glory. Dive into the action and live the moments. For play-by-play, it's 1010XL.
What's good, fellas? It's your boy E to the T here. And do you need a little boost in the bedroom? Well, Blue Chew is what you need. By now, you probably know that Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin, but in a chewable form. And it's all at the fraction of the cost. So what you waiting for? Blue Chew is all online, my boy. No doctor's visits, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Plus, it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The licensed medical pros work with you to find the right ingredients and strength for your prescription. Guys, if you don't like swallowing pills, no problem. Blue Chew is a chewable tablet. And ready for a great offer? How about free? Go to BlueChew.com, consult with a licensed medical provider, and get your first month for free. Turn that oh no, ha ha, into a oh yeah. Just chew it and do it. You see what I did there? Go to BlueChew.com.
Frank Frangie here. It's new year, new truck time at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% zero APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Value your trade and customize your payment options in seconds. Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now, only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-10-MINUTE.
Hicken here for Bout 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bout 9. Visit Bout 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bout 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
You don't think this would be a good moment to text somebody?
There's never a bad moment to share your opinion on the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Share your opinion
As soon as possible.
at 641-1010.
Florida's weather is unpredictable. Don't let the Epic Chill catch you off guard. For reliable heating services, call Epic Cool Heating and Air. Keep your home cozy all season long. Call 904-859-EPIC, 904-859-3742.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Frangie for Ricketts Electric. Now, any good lineup needs power. When I needed a power connection for our new walk-off Charities baseball park, I found the perfect partner in Ricketts Electric. You're going to love these guys, I'm telling you. The Ricketts family has been providing commercial and residential electric service for years. So call my buddy Zach Ricketts today at 904-320-5960, and you can find them on Facebook as well. You will trust them. That's Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them today at 320-5960.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Brunch with the Tour. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation and Drainage too.
Brunch, provided by Chick-fil-A on 1010XL.
It sure was. Holy cow.
My goodness. I thought I was bringing treats for everyone.
I know.
Apparently, I was late to the game.
A little late.
Yeah. There's a marketing intern at 1010 that's about to have a few biscuits.
Shout out to Kendall Profit and the family coming in and taking care of us.
Dominating. By the way, Kendall getting a lot of props.
Yeah.
Played varsity as a 7th grader.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who else played varsity sports as a 7th grader?
Golf doesn't count.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
7th grade golfer?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather
varsity?
Wouldn't you rather like have your claim to fame be I was in the same tournament as Tiger Woods?
Played behind him. I guess hit into him all day.
Never let me four left.
Wouldn't you rather it be that?
I guess. But I was the punk in 7th grade that because I was on varsity golf, I got a letter jacket. Remember those?
Yeah,
they still do that?
Did you wear it?
Big
I don't know
P
if they
for
do.
Providence.
They probably do.
Yeah. No.
I don't know. Do they do Letterman jackets?
Brooksy got letters, but not a jacket.
I'm telling you, if young Whitman Moore ever did that in middle school, I wouldn't have let him go to school.
Oh.
So yeah, shout out to my dad and my mom for allowing me to walk out the door with a letter jacket on at age 13.
Nice. Is Whitman in high school now?
He is freshman, baby. Getting
All
ready
right.
to start lacrosse up.
Lacrosse getting ready.
Yeah.
All right, lots of golf to talk about.
TGL's back.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh, did I miss it?
Did you watch last week? Remember we talked about it?
Yeah, I
Tiger?
watched.
Yeah, a little bit of a blowout.
We have it tonight with
back
Rory.
tonight?
We have it tonight. No, we're not Rory.
I think
We are-
Rory's next week.
Wow.
Yeah, we are New York Golf Club.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Young, Matt Fitzpatrick, Ricky Fowler versus the Atlanta trio of Justin Thomas, Billy Ho, and Patrick Cantlay, none of which live in Atlanta.
But, well, yeah.
That'll be good.
By the way, some of those teams like switch out players.
Yeah, well, they only play 3. There's 4 per team.
Oh, and they just pick which 3?
Yeah, correct.
Haven't we seen both of those
Yeah,
teams already?
New York's played.
We haven't seen Atlanta.
Oh, we haven't.
New York played the first one and got whooped.
My big Atlanta fandom, I guess I should have known that.
I don't know. Are you going to get an Atlanta golf shirt?
What's their name?
The Atlanta Drive? Is that
The Atlanta Drive?
Oh, you going to get a drive shirt?
I'm going to wait for the Drive to win the title because I know T-Shirt Man will order me one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I probably will eschew the Atlanta Drive T-shirt. Who wears my team, by the way?
Justin Thomas.
Justin Thomas. Who
Patty
else?
Cantlay, your favorite.
I thought, yeah.
Wait, for Drive? No, you're JT. You're Billy Ho, right down the street, and Patty Cantlay. You love Patty Cantlay.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought Cantlay was on the team that Kisner was filling in for.
No.
Oh, somebody said that. That Kisner's not supposed to be playing, but
Yes,
Kiz is on team.
Kiz was filling in.
What?
Yeah.
Or he's like the extra guy.
Yeah, for Tiger's team.
Yeah.
Because he was terrible. Kisner couldn't carry it
He's on the
260.
team, the Jupe Life.
I don't think he's
that
on
was,
the
That
team.
was bad. That was
Yeah, he shouldn't be.
That wasn't good TV.
Yeah, it kind of dumbs down your product and what you're claiming to be.
It was
Reimer taking strays here.
It was.
I'm just kidding. It's fine.
Kiz was so bad. I brought up the idea of maybe we should put like a celebrity golfer on every team.
Oh, that would be great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nothing. Here comes Chris Berman, everyone.
Then every
just a bit out.
every single game would come down to the two celebrities. Though.
That's fair.
That's the problem.
Fair. Yeah, DJ Khaled.
Yeah, what
again.
happened with the Jupiter team is Tommy Kim couldn't make it, so Kiz had to play.
I'm pretty sure Kiz is on the
maybe
team.
He's on,
the
but he's
fourth
the
guy.
extra guy.
Oh, he's the fourth guy.
Yeah, we don't want him.
Well, they pick 3 of 4 every week.
Well, that's what I mean.
Well, he's going to be sitting. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a good, yeah.
Although, you think Tiger and them care?
No.
The guy laughed harder than he's ever laughed in competitive play during the middle of a 10-1 loss. That tells you how much it means. I mean, that guy's competitive. If this meant anything, he would not be laughing at a 10-1 defeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tune in tonight, everyone.
Okay.
All right. Whatever time it is on ESPN. Oh, my goodness. Sepp Straka, huh?
Yeah, that was nice.
Sepp Straka's got game.
Yeah, he does.
It doesn't always, the difference between the goods and the greats game shows up more consistently, and Straka's doesn't. But when it does, because correct me if I'm wrong, he's had some other.
He's won 3 times.
And were his other wins, weren't they pretty?
Well, he won the Honda in that massive rainstorm. Then he won John Deere, but he also, he lost.
Did he win them? I'm just saying, in those that he won, wasn't he like a 3-shot winner? Didn't he have the?
He won Honda by a stroke over Shane Lowry.
All right, so that was.
And then 2 strokes for John Deere, and then 2 for.
I think the John Deere. He just felt like this tournament. He was in control since Friday.
Yeah. But he also, lost the playoff. Remember when Zalatoris won in Memphis? He beat Straka there. So kid played in the Ryder Cup. I mean, he's only 31. And he's, from University of Georgia. He's not one of those guys when you start to think of the Georgia
Straka,
guys.
another Georgia. I was thinking he was Vandy
from Austria originally, but yeah, super good guy.
He became, in fact, wasn't he the first Austrian to win when he won on tour a few years back? No, he's a good player, big guy, right? Big, smooth, sweet. Got a little Ernie Els in him to me.
And speaking of Kisner, he took, I guess, Dwayne Bach, Kisner's longtime caddy, when Kisner stopped playing a little bit, lost his game, got into the booth. Bach went over to Straka. I think he's really been good. So. Good duo there.
Where are we going this week? We are farmers.
We are farmers, baby.
We are farmers.
Our sponsors, thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's been an effective campaign for farmers.
Sure has.
They like the way it's gone.
That, now who's the insurance company with the emu? The yellow?
Emu.
And Doug.
Why do y'all know that?
Like, this is the dumbest crap I've ever seen, and you can't get it out of your head.
Yeah. That's farmers, isn't it?
No, farmers. No, that's Liberty Mutual.
Liberty Biberty.
Oh, yeah.
Emu.
My favorite Liberty Biberty commercial is the wax figure guy who takes it in the temple with the.
Oh, no. Okay,
Farmers, though, baby. We start Wednesday. Wednesday start because CBS has the AFC Championship game Sunday, so they've been doing this for a few years. So
this must not be designated this year, huh?
Signature. It's not.
Yeah.
It hasn't been.
I can tell. It never has been?
Mm-mm.
They just go there for the fun of it. I would think that golf course.
Pebble Beach is signature.
Not always.
And then Genesis. And then.
I mean, La Jolla does, correct me if I'm wrong, it does majors.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it did. Yeah.
I mean, it feels like this should be a signature event, I guess I'm
US
saying.
Opens.
Or at least bounce back with Pebble.
Yeah. I just think the way they stagger them, you don't want too many.
And you probably feel like.
San Diego.
And the tour probably feels pretty comfortable that a lot of guys to get ready for Pebble will play there.
They will.
Yeah.
We've been a little bit unlucky because Xander
Scheffler
hurt with the hand. I don't know if he would have played San Diego anyway. Shoffley's ill. Sick,
well, you pay these guys so much now; they're going to play minimum, dude. Right? I mean, just going to get them, take them when you can get them.
I mean, I don't pay them.
Yeah. No, not you. The tour. I mean, just what they make now. I
I'd
mean,
be really disappointed if they got paid by Stuart Moore. I got to be honest with you.
I hear you. I meant you, the tour.
Oh,
okay. And again, we're going to price golfers into that stratosphere where it's inevitably their want to was going to dissipate.
Yeah. But this, I mean, Torrey's a great golf course. I played Torrey as a kid in the World Junior. Guess who else was in that field?
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it too much.
You don't think about it.
Past 7th grade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you beat Tiger in that one?
I did not. I played with.
Did you make the cut?
I was going to, and then the third round, I got paired with 2 of the best juniors in the country, and
Tiger Woods.
All of a sudden, all the Pac-12 coaches were out there, and I think I shot like 78, missed the cut, and we went to Tijuana on the red trolley, I think is that what's called.
How old are you during all this?
16, and I'm telling you right now.
You probably shouldn't go to Tijuana.
I literally told my mom about it like 2 years ago. It took that long to finally
oh, boy.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, wasn't great.
Yeah.
Wasn't great. Tijuana's not. I mean, if you're 16, you probably should
a kid from
try moving to Puerto Rico when you're 14. Let me know how that goes.
I think we had a kid from University of Tennessee win the Jaga golf over at Deerwood this week. I think he went 19 under. And
University of Tennessee?
Yeah, it was windy. And I think he shot 63, 69,
Deerwood ain't easy
66.
No, Deerwood's great.
Shout out to him anyway. I don't know. The UNF guys did pretty well too, though, by the way.
I'm looking at the field this week. You know, the bigger names are kind of there at the top. Matsuyama, Oberg, Keegan Bradley's kind of rejuvenated after winning last year.
Sure.
Thigala, J.M., who was last week's big disappointment, I thought, missing the cut. Just those among the names. And if you get down to the middle.
Sahith, right? Sahith's there. Finau's there.
Yeah. Jason Day.
Jason Day.
Day's been playing pretty good golf.
Better.
E's savant pick. Greiserman.
Oh,
yeah. I forgot.
Stop playing with the boy.
No, all respect, brother. All respect.
Yeah.
Boy, Max Homa's really fallen in the world rankings, huh?
Yeah.
Did Max Homa go winless last year?
Not really playing that well, to be honest with you.
Right. I'm trying to look. I go back to last year's Sentinel.
Kind of got a little bit of.
Max Homa didn't win. He didn't win last year. His best finish was third at the Masters. Then he turned around and got an 8th at the Wells Fargo 2 weeks later, but he missed missed 4 cups and only had 3 top 10s. Have we?
Yeah.
Is it Max Homa?
I think it was a little driver yips, maybe.
Yeah, was that? I don't recall the reason, but did we? This happens in golf more than anything. They get hot, we overinflate them, and then they go back to mean, and they're just guys. Like Homa looked like he might be ready to
take that next
push
step.
it to the next step.
Well, he won Farmers 2 years ago, so maybe he gets.
Okay, so this is a place he played well last year at the Farmers, 13th. So yeah, it sounds like a place.
He's definitely a guy that I think sometimes can play golf swing instead of golf.
26th at the Century last week. Of course, couldn't play the.
Yeah.
Oh, the Century was the champions, but they just let him in because of his rank.
The Century.
Was that the first one?
That was with the FedEx Cup. So yeah, he would have gotten in on FedEx.
Okay, because it used to be titles only.
Correct.
Champions.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys want to make picks this week?
Dreamfinders picks. Ian, can you bring us up to date? Yeah.
I'm in DAL. That's where we go. So I pick first.
No.
That much I know.
By the way, did you hear what Jeff's doing for the wheel?
Oh no.
Yeah, River Run. Oof.
Oh really?
Running the river run.
Yeah.
Let the river run.
And I'm gonna go into traction for 2 weeks and then rejoin you in mid-March.
Let me see. You can run it.
It's not been good on the back so far. We'll see. I may be doing the river walk.
So Jeff went with Wyndham Clark and Dunlap, Nick Dunlap.
Okay.
And he got a whopping $42,000.
Shout out.
4th place. In 3rd place was your boy. I went with Grazerman and JJ Spawn.
Shout out.
324 bands.
Ooh, very nice.
2nd place was the Tour. Okay, Stewie. He had Patrick Cantlay and Sam Burns. About 397 bands.
Burns.
And in 1st place,
oh no,
Daniel Hicken.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
JT, of course, is what put him over the top.
JT.
Because this other guy ain't even make the cut.
No, hey, listen.
How much did he win, by the way?
$959,000.
Comfortable lead.
4 days in Palm Springs, and here's a cool mill to not win.
Oh, boy. All right, that means JP, Jeff Prosser, gets the first pick.
Yeah, we got some horses for courses
Last year, I'd like to say that one of the strategies that Jeff employed,
I gave up at the end, or it may have worked.
Was choosing a certain guy who
until he won.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
was that Ludwig?
I gave up before he actually won.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Okay.
Didn't work great.
He's out there again.
I know he is, and I'm torn here on like the guy who's relatively hottest right now. I mean, again, it's early.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got a horses for courses dude here who hadn't been outside the top 10 at Torrey since 2019 and has been in the top 10 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7. I'm going to take Tony Finau.
Oh, that was my first pick, my boy.
Well, that sets our guy E up. But let's see if E goes crazy like he did last week. He was a very heady picker.
Yeah, well, this week I'm going with my boy. I really like this cat, Ludwig Aubert.
Oh yeah,
E.
Yeah.
All right, that sets up.
Are you eating the entire? Is that 10-pack of chicken minis?
It's a big count.
Yeah. No, I love that.
I want to say that shout out to St. John's Country Day. The program did a much better job of bringing in the brunch than You do
than
at
the
times.
PGA Tour.
No,
Well, you know
no
what?
disrespect.
It's about leaving the communities that we play in a better spot. So that's where the money goes. There and all the players.
All right, you get one pick.
Okay, there we go. Let's go Jason Day.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. 2-time winner at Farmers.
So does
15
Rob.
and 18.
So does Rob Bolton.
That's right. Listen, PGAtour.com, baby.
Yeah. Was my other guy last week Sunjay Im?
Was.
He didn't do very well. I'm gonna go with Hideki-san for sure.
Ooh.
I like that one, and then I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna throw the Bean out there.
Willie Z.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bean.
All right.
See what the Bean can do for me this week.
You know.
Mm-hmm. That leaves you in the Dream Finders picks.
Oh my gosh!
Segment.
Nice sponsor reads. By the way, my Southeast Ortho. I keep
blowing
hearing,
up.
Hey, do you need me to do some more reads?
It's very good.
Yeah.
You know why I like it?
Yeah.
Because you say my name.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's why I
Look at you. Oh, good. You get some more airtime. Perfect. Just what you need. Yeah. All my friends at the tour are like, hey, what do you get paid for that? It's surprisingly low. How about zero? Give me Sahith Tigala.
Saeed.
Yes.
Okay.
I watched him in the TGL. His swing didn't look good.
I'll let him know.
TGL bleed through. Who's next?
That takes us back to E.
Hey, you know what? I really like this cat. I think he's going to come through for me. We're going to go with Keegan Bradley.
Yes. The Keegs, the Ryder Cup captain.
Yes.
Wants to play his way onto the team.
He does.
You guys remember Thriston Lawrence finishing 4th at the British last year?
No.
Do you remember that name at all?
I know the name just because I'm.
Thriston Lawrence.
Is he available this week?
Yeah, 4th at the British.
It feels like it should be Thurston, and maybe his mom misspelled his name.
I don't
on
know,
the
but it's THRISTON.
Thriston, yeah.
So
Can I
if
give
it
you?
was IR, I wouldn't.
You never met a cool Thriston in your life.
I'd like to see it.
First one I've ever seen.
Frankie Cappin.
Is it my turn?
What do you know about Frankie
Is
Cappin?
it my turn? Or
Yeah.
I'm going to take Matthew Pavone.
Oh,
yeah.
Defending champ.
Wow.
I'll go with him.
I like that.
Yeah, there you go. We'll just take a little flyer.
That's a flyer.
Yeah, a little
I was
Pavone.
just going to ask, how come Matthew Pavone's plus 12,000 to win?
Oh, well, defending champ. He hadn't played great
struggling
this year.
a little bit?
No, he's making cuts. He's
Okay.
not winning. But
All
I'm gonna hope that he recalls
I
those
like
great
that.
moments from last year.
All right, well done. Those are the picks, and that's Brunch with the Tour.
Are you tweeting? What are you doing? This guy's like tweeting, live tweeting what we're doing.
No,
here?
I saw a
We got an
story.
Antonio Brown situation here.
I saw a story, I think it was on .com. I'm sorry, everyone. It was like, Pavone's win, the definition of the American dream. Like, he wasn't homeless before he won on the tour.
Yeah.
Plus, he's French, so it makes it hard to be the American.
Pavone's win, the definition of American dream. Ohio State's been to hell and back.
Yeah,
It's just tough out there.
And people just don't know how hard it was on those Detroit Lions players.
They don't know.
Yeah. Kleenex for everyone. Brunch
Yeah.
with the Tour.
My wrist pain was acting up, and I needed help. I took Dan Hicken's advice and headed over to see the experts at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
There he is.
Thank you very much. Well done. Well
at least
done.
you know
Heath.
him.
All right, Stuart, appreciate you. That's Brunch with the Tour.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Taking calls and taking names.
I want to know who I'm talking to.
Just don't call him names.
That's enough! Why do you guys keep doing that?
Mike Dempsey.
Buenos tardes!
10 to noon weekdays
Great glorious day!
on 1010XL.
Hacker here, and let me tell you, I've crushed some goals in my life, but this one is big. Under 200 pounds, thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. My first goal was to lose 100 pounds. Honestly, that was a cakewalk, so I set my sights on breaking the 200-pound mark, and guess what? I just hit it. Now, I get it. Most of you don't have 120 pounds to lose like I did. Maybe it's 25 like Dempsey or 40 like Matt Hayes. But here's the deal. No matter how much weight you need to lose, Awaken 180 works, and we're proof. We can't hide these results, and we don't want to. Awaken 180 is proven. It's easy, and the weight pours off fast without a life of medications. You follow the plan, lose the weight, and it's gone for good. So stop waiting for the perfect time. Visit awaken180weightloss.com and see what you can accomplish. If we can hit these goals, you can too. 844-346-1800 or online, awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, any time. That's my doctor, Rick Towns. I'm going to tell you why. Because he's decided to go into concierge medicine. That's an exciting and personal world where he can practice with less patients and take care of you guys more. If you need it, for example, you're sick, you don't feel well, you need an appointment, you go see Doc T that day. Got a medical emergency, you get his personal phone number, you call him 24/7. It's your health, man. It's the most important thing. Think about like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And I'll vouch for Rick Townsend because I've been going to him for decades, right? Navy trained, Wake Forest grad. Whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. You got questions, mypvconcierge.com has all the answers. Go to mypvconcierge.com. Check out Doc T today. You'll be glad you did.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? ET here from my bookie. And it's winner go home with the AFC and NFC finals this weekend. So build that bankroll up for the big game. The NFL playoffs are the ticket to the biggest game of the year, and all roads leads to New Orleans. This is your chance to get on every high-stakes moment along the way. Your road to New Orleans starts right now with my bookie. My bookie is the ultimate destination for bettors who want more. Whether you're backing the underdogs or riding with the favorites, every drive, every touchdown, and every moment is an opportunity to win big. Kick off your 2025 right with risk-free Thursdays. Place a bet. If it doesn't hit, my bookie got your back. Dive into the Bet Boost tab to supercharge your picks and build that bankroll, my boy. My bookie's online casino keeps excitement going 24/7. From blackjack to baccarat, roulette to slots. Haven't joined yet? Now is the time. Use my promo code 1010XL on your very first deposit. And my bookie will hook it up instantly with a 50% deposit with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Here in North Florida, you know that when temperatures go up and your AC goes out, you need help now. Like right now. Like lickety-split. So why not call Lickety Split and get same-day emergency service for your AC? Now, I bet you've seen their trucks all over town because they've got dozens of certified technicians ready to repair not only your AC, but your home's plumbing and electrical, too. So when you want it done right and you need it done right now, call Lickety Split, AC, Plumbing, and Electric.
Hey, we're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners. Those are Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money, full of experience, and that's why they're so successful. And that's Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman. That's Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, Reed Wingate, the ITP Partners. They have expertise and knowledge. And listen, they listen and give us each individualized strategy where our goals become their priority. Get in the game. ITP Partners is always there to help. You need info, Chris at ITPPartners.com, Chris at ITPPartners.com, or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners, gang, and they're my financial partners for life.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Denny Thompson here. Tyson Sound & Security has a huge prize sweepstakes now through the big game. I'm talking a 75-inch loaded Samsung TV with 3D surround sound, a soundbar with wireless subwoofer, and installation is included. Stop by the new showroom, check out the setup, and drop your name in the box for your chance to win the $2,500 prize now through February 9th. Tyson Sound & Security now at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
Living on Amelia Island? Having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mocama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and lagers, matching memories and some Mocama magic is what it's all about. Mocama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mocama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
Making a difference in our community for 2025? Paul Martinez here, President and CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida. The Boys and Girls Clubs offers a safe environment to youth every day with homework assistance, a hot meal, career readiness, and character and leadership programs. 57% of club alumni say the Boys and Girls Club saved their lives. Help us grow our outreach as we serve the kids in our community throughout our 59 clubs. Go to bgcnf.org to donate and learn more.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away?
Take me somewhere, baby.
I saw these boys, I want to say, at what's the boxing event that y'all do?
Guns N' Hoses.
I saw them at Guns N' Hoses. It was live.
That's a good tune right here.
Definitely a bop.
Yeah. This is kicker back. That's what we're doing here. For sure. All right, welcome back. This is the Drill. It's Catlin Chug Accessories Tuesday.
You can carry me through.
You know, we're coming off a brunch. We're not going to go a lot of golf, but, you know, it's not lost on me that between Live and now this, what is this thing tonight again called TGL? Mm-hmm. You know, it takes away from, it takes competitive, important names away from the, pretty soon here, the tour stops are just like secondhand news, Dan. Like, this is a tour stop. You know who made his name at La Jolla? John Rahm. Be nice to see him there trying to go back to a place he's won. I mean, we used to see Tiger Woods at these events. I know he's hurt right now. Mm-hmm. I think Koepka may have won there before. Mm-hmm. Jordan Spieth's injured. Scheffler's injured. Schauffele's injured. You gave me 6 names or 8 names that aren't going to be in San Diego this weekend. They're, you know, down in South Florida shooting indoor golf. Patrick Cantlay, pretty big name in Southern California, no? Would it be better for the tour if Patrick Cantlay were playing at La Jolla? Would it be better for us as viewers if Patrick Cantlay were playing at La Jolla? Yeah. Or collecting $1 million for hitting into a green screen? I don't know. I just wonder sometimes. I mean, what seemed like this seems like a great idea to me, TGL Golf, in December when you don't have a tour going on you're competing with. And I figured it'd at least be tape delay. But you're telling me you're going to schedule things where, we'll just forget it, La Jolla. There's 8 that ain't going. I mean, you've already lost 20 to Live. I don't know, man. Look, we're immune here. We're not going to ever feel that. We got the players, you know, that mild money gets them all excited to come here and play because it seems like that's what all they care about anymore is the money.
Reports this morning from John Frisella, who's a NFL writer and insider, that the Jets are going to hire Commanders assistant GM Lance Newmark as their new GM. Newmark is very friendly with Aaron Glenn.
Okay.
They work together in Detroit.
Yeah, that's how it works. You typically pair a couple guys together that you
Newmark helped
take
draft
your franchise together somewhere.
Newmark also part of the group that helped draft Jaden Daniels and hire Dan Quinn, so he's riding high.
Yeah, well, good. That's good for him. But it is very important. This just isn't us screaming because, gosh, Ben Johnson is who everyone wanted. There's a way of success in the NFL, and almost entirely it includes GM, coach, together, aligned, friends, shared vision, shared commitment, shared investment. Well, that's not the case here. We got a toxic GM, not my words I've read other people use about him, that clearly coaches around the league are hesitant to go play for, to align with, not known as coach friendly. You know, and some of what Dan says is not off of Twitter. It's not off of Insider Says. These are known, trusted quotes from he has said these things. Not suggesting he has said these things or thought these things or maybe he's thinking these things. He has said these things. Balky, no Ben.
Jaguars will bring in longtime NFL defensive coordinator Patrick Graham for a second interview. He was a finalist in Minnesota before they hired Kevin O'Connell. Gets a longer look in Jacksonville. Like I said, I believe that you think Saleh might get the job. I think that he or Saleh will be off for the defensive coordinator spot.
Well, do they take that?
I don't know. If I'm Saleh, I'm probably going to San Francisco.
Well, yeah, right.
Depends where you want to live.
I believe that San Francisco has a standing offer to make him the highest paid defensive coordinator in the league also. Yeah. I think that's part of, what might, encourage him to land there.
Today, Aaron Glenn visits the Jets. The goal is to keep him from leaving the building, according to sources.
Well, they ought to be able to do that.
Well, it's either him, they or the Saints, I think, for Aaron Glenn. Who would you rather coach, the Jets or the Saints?
Who would I rather coach?
Yeah.
Either one of those jobs right now are very attractive. They've got too much in flux. I'd probably go to Jets.
Because Saints are just abysmal right now. They got a lot of work to do.
Do you factor in what you got to deal with up in New York?
You mean the hassle of being in the media?
Yeah.
That would not be a deterrent for me, but I guess depending on your personality, maybe it might be.
I think it could be for some people, right?
Doesn't seem like it would be for Aaron Glenn. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Saleh handled it. They weren't always nice or gracious because he lost.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
Most markets. You think Trent Baalke survive in New York, man? Wouldn't be anybody on any shows anywhere talking about any virtues that the GM here has.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you guys want to make a column. You want to put up a big piece of poster board, and we'll do a pluses and a debits of positives and negatives of Trent Baalke as GM here.
Mm-hmm.
The scales of justice will not be equal.
The way too early top 25 will be coming out, right?
For college football?
For college football.
After last night's title-winning effort by Ohio State. By the way, when they do move the tournament to 16-game playoff, just go ahead and put your future money in Ohio State. They won the first 14 playoff, and now they've won the first 12-team playoff.
Ah, okay.
So if they go to 16, maybe put a little futures money on the Buckeyes.
Well, they got a lot of good football players coming back. I don't know who their quarterback will be. I guess Julian Sayin will probably be the guy. He's the big-time transfer from Alabama, the 5-star. They lost Devin Brown and Aaron Nolan, so we'll see if they go get another quarterback, though. That would be interesting to see. Texas is going to be number 2. I'm looking at one of these way too early.
Oh, and that coincides with the odds to win the national championship, although Texas was a slight favorite of Ohio State. Texas is going to be that team, aren't they? Just every year they're going to get that.
Well, they got Arch, too. Everybody
and a
loves
good team.
Arch. Yeah.
They went to the Final Four, so in fairness.
Yeah. Penn State will be number 3.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah. It's hard to believe in those guys. He's built
now,
a good program.
And he's built a program now where he's going to get this little fake inflation every year. It's too high to start for Penn State because, well, it just is.
Yeah, Notre Dame 4. So congratulations
Who's
to
the
Marcus
quarterback?
Freeman. Done a good job there. Great question. Guess I'll go find one, right? Georgia at 5. Interesting. I guess Texas is, I always forget Texas is an SEC program, but really Georgia's the first SEC program to be there, number 5.
Yeah, old SEC, but Texas had to play that SEC schedule this year to make the playoffs, so they're official SEC in my book.
Oregon 6, Clemson 7, LSU is 8, BYU is 9. Their quarterback is back. South Carolina 10. They're big on South Carolina, man.
Big on that quarterback, too.
Yeah. Iowa State 11, Alabama 12.
I saw Alabama even lower in one of the polls, like 19.
I think Brett McMurphy had them down low. This one has Florida at 18.
Well, I mean,
key returning players: Jake Slaughter, Austin Barber, DJ Lagway, Jaden Baugh, Jacoby Jackson, Eugene Wilson, Hayden Hansen, Tyreek Sapp, George Gums. That Jacoby Jackson's a good running back too. I know Jaden Baugh got a lot of the credit and deservedly so, but boy, he ran hard. I like him.
You gave me there's the one thing scary about what you gave me. You gave me almost exclusively offensive players.
Yeah, Tyreek Sapp, George Gums.
Yeah, got 2 guys at the end, so you're going to have to play defense. That's going to have to, and the defense got a lot better the second half of the year. They got after the quarterback now.
Yeah.
Some of those guys, some of that rotational depth is transferred out.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to make sure you're replacing that either with transfer in, which there hadn't been much,
Yeah.
or emerging players that you just don't know yet. But listen, we did learn one thing from last year's spring game.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to the spring game. You may learn something. Jaden Ball ripped through that defense last year in spring and looked like he could be a contributor, and sure enough, he was.
Yeah. Yeah. We're still catching up. We got the 9 o'clock nasty coming up, though, which
That's
is fun.
terrific.
So
Okay.
let's do that, and then we should be all caught up here on the drill. We'll be back with more next.
It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on 1010XL.
Yeah.
This is 1010XL.
You're gonna love this.
More Jaguars, more Gators, and more Jacksonville. 1010XL. Jacksonville is listening. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
New year, new beginnings, and a new roof. Start 2025 with peace of mind and take advantage of Universal Roof and Contracting's limited time offer. 15% off all roof repairs and replacements. From leaks to full replacements, call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection today. This special New Year deal ends January 31st. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Hey, it's playoff time, which means it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the postseason. 10 million members can't be wrong. Neither can the billions of dollars that are awarded in winnings. Prize Picks have made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. It's a simple app. You pick 2 or more players across any sport, more or less on their projection, and man, watch the winnings come in. They offer MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account as well. Here's what you do. You download Prize Picks app, use code JAX to get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play 5. Don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
When my wrist pain was acting up and I needed help, I took Dan Hicken's advice and headed over to see the experts at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. This is Stuart Moore with the PGA Tour. I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whenever you have a need, they took great care of me. They'll take great care of you.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Don't go through another year with all that high-interest debt. Let Loan Pronto wipe it all out now. Hey, it's Prosser here, and Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan makes it easy to pay off all your credit cards or tackle that 2025 home improvement project. Get cash in your pocket fast. No appraisals, no paperwork, no waiting. Loan Pronto's AI-driven tech gets you approved and funded in as little as 1 day. One client got $150,000 approved in under 24 hours, paid off all their credit cards, 2 cars, and personal loans, saving over $1,500 per month. With low fixed rates and lightning fast transfers, you can do it too. Consolidate debt, improve your home, take control of your finances. Imagine being credit card debt-free by this time next week. You can. Don't wait. Call Loan Pronto now, 904-999-1508, or visit loanpronto.com. Get your free quote now with no hard credit pull at 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Jacksonville. When AEW returns home, it is the biggest party in all of professional wrestling.
Daily's Place, the home of AEW.
And on Saturday, January 25th, Collision returns live. It's a new year and a whole new era in AEW. And there's no better time to experience the excitement than right now. AEW Collision Homecoming, live from Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. Tickets on sale now, starting at $20 at AEWTIX.com.
Take your taste buds to One Night Taco Stand for Taco Tuesday. Get $2.99 tacos and $6.99 specialty drinks. The 1010XL restaurant of the day is One Night Taco Stand, Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning has your back. Start the year fresh. No leaks, no clogs, no excuses. Call Duck Duck Rooter at 904-862-6769 today. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Good morning! move. Let's start this day right.
Tasha's morning dance parties are meeting rave reviews.
Lose your phones and find your groove.
They need an ops manager to help their community dance the morning away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a walk-in closet that's not only beautiful, but incredibly functional for me and Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com and take advantage of their 40% off New Year savings this month only, including 18-month special financing. Closets by Design.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
Tailgate special alert. 3 pounds of marinated chicken, 2 pounds of marinated steak tips, 2 pounds of fresh ground beef, and 2 pounds of homemade sausage for only $80 to feed your crew.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Prize Picks. Ohio State secured a national title by narrowly defeating Notre Dame on Monday night. Will Howard connected with Florida native Jeremiah Smith on a deep pass late in the third quarter to clinch the victory. Florida Gator Alex Condon has excelled in SEC men's basketball play, delivering another strong game against Texas. Coach Todd Golden praised his intensity.
You know, he goes up there when guys are trying to smash on his head, and he does a great job of just knocking it out of there. And when he plays with that edge and that fire, he's really, really hard to keep up with.
4-star offensive tackle Chasten Brown is considering FSU as he approaches the final stages of his recruitment. Head coach Mike Norvell visited Brown on Monday in preparation for his visit to Tallahassee later this month. Prospect has been engaging with the Seminoles over the past few weeks. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 9:07 and it's 44 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's time.
Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
All right. Welcome back to the program. Time to get nasty. Or not, depending on how we feel. We'll see where this takes us. Let's see where this takes us as we welcome you back to the 9 o'clock hour. Ohio State national champions and Kirk Herbstreit shedding tears.
Yeah, interesting. It just didn't set up. It came out of nowhere.
It was ridiculous.
Well, here's what happened. Look, they do a post-game show after. Scott Van Pelt does a post-game show before he does his Sports Center show, and he does the highlights, and says, let's go to the booth. Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler are on the call.
Yeah.
And just a standard, hey, this is great for Ryan, blah, blah, blah. And then my man Herbstreit just chokes up, starts crying, has to step off camera, and then comes back and tells us how, people just don't know the real story, and you haven't been able to tell the story. Maybe now you'll know the story. Man, these teams, these coaches, these players wearing this armor like they're the first ones to go through anything is nauseating, man.
I know.
And it's happening everywhere. Andy Reid it's not above him. I got Andy Reid yesterday somehow trying to tell folks that he imagines the Bills are the favorite. Hey, Andy, what part of back-to-back Super Bowl champions of the top seed through the playoffs makes you think maybe you're not the favorite? And the crying is just, good grief, dudes.
And he shouldn't be calling the game. I'm sorry, Jeff. He should not be calling the game. You can't help but be biased. Listen.
Well, it's not like reffing the game. But what they shouldn't do is make it seem like he's not pulling for them.
Right.
Accept it.
Right.
People will know when you're doing it. You take it good-naturedly. The worst thing to do is to be partisan, and claim you're not biased. It's the worst tack to take.
Right.
It'll never work.
Right.
You got to make that decision in working in Jacksonville. If you're an FSU grad and you come in, you can't pretend like you look at FSU and Florida the same or vice versa.
Yeah.
And so you do. You just embrace it. The ones that really know you know that on the stories that matter, that need objectivity, you'll be objective. Listen, homers if you don't criticize your own people.
Right.
And doggone, if anyone in this market has been harsher when necessary on the Gators than Dan and I, let me know who.
Right. Oh, God.
But so that's that. So Herbstreit along with it comes, then you also have to show your same frustration. And see, that's what those elites don't do.
Right.
They never turn the frustration on like the rest of us.
No.
It's easy to love and cry for and, celebrate when you're only going to. But it's the positioning of him as, because they've gone out of their way.
Yeah.
You can't do a game day if it's on Ohio State campus.
Right.
Please.
Right. I can't pick this game tonight because I'm calling it.
Correct. Stop it.
Knock it off.
Right. But for him to break down emotionally like he is a part of the program, that's the thing, gang, if you didn't see it. It was that kind of cry. It felt wrong.
Yeah.
Like he cried as if he were part of building the championship team.
Mm-hmm.
Like he blood, sweat, and teared through it. Well, he got the tears part at least.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and it also, I don't know. By the way, Ohio State blitzed them. They're 31-7, so I don't know what this hard story is. The story of the playoff is this, Dan. This is what I like the most about the playoff. That this highbrow, highfalutin, we know more than you committee show just how incompetent they are. Because Ohio State clicked 2 great boxes that the committee has denied.
Yeah.
They lost late.
Yeah.
They would not have gotten in. They're the national champions, which means, and maybe, look, in the system they gave us, maybe you and I would have been wrong, but if we were going to put 12 or 14, they would have always made it.
I wouldn't have put Ohio State in this 4.
Not 4.
And
but
you could have made an argument, but I mean, I'm sorry,
put
you
him
just
in a
lost to Michigan.
No.
That's the way it goes.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying we would not put him in the 4.
Yeah.
But we would put him in a 12.
Yeah.
The point being, you or I or the committee themselves we can't know when when there's always 6 to 8 that could win.
Yeah.
I don't believe there are 16. I don't think there ever will be. If the 16 wins, then they're just one of the 6 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
And Ohio State was one of those.
Well, you got to be a blue blood to win now because those are 4 games, man. They had to play 4 tough games. Tennessee,
big games.
There was a question: could they beat Tennessee? Right?
Yeah, for coming off the Michigan
Then
loss.
they played Oregon, who had beaten them earlier, right? And then they played Texas, and then they had beat Notre Dame.
From the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I mean, Ohio State is where he went to school. And again, you didn't understand a thing we just said.
Yeah.
Not going to explain it again, boss.
No. He went to Ohio State?
Really? Wow. Who knew that?
Oh, boy.
Wonder if he played there.
Yeah. Did he? Notre Dame opens its season at Miami this year. So it'll be here before you know it because we
Notre Dame at the U?
Yeah.
And then the U has us right after that.
Yeah,
Tough start for Miami.
And then they also play Texas A&M back-to-back to start their season. Notre Dame does. So they better find a quarterback. I didn't like where the college football championship game fell. It just didn't work for me. I get it. I think I don't know. I'm fine with a 4-team playoff. I just want it to be a playoff. But 12 is too many. 16 is going to be way too many.
You can't do it. I mean, you can't really have a 4 and get an answer. That's what this one taught us. You can't. There's always a 5 or a 6 or a 7 who are just as capable of 3 or 4, but you exclude them because of the parameters you say are more important, like win-loss record or when your loss happened.
And
you can't use those.
Versus,
you can't use those anymore.
Yeah.
Because in fairness, there are examples on both sides.
Yeah.
But we used that one loss for SMU in Indiana, and it was a big mistake.
My gosh.
I seen them.
The boys.
Yeah.
Tone.
Yeah, the boys going
boys
crazy,
are having
man.
a field day with Big Bo on the social media. I love them.
What's that one golf tournament where the food is real inexpensive at the concessions?
It's the Masters.
Okay, it's the Masters. It was like that last night, wasn't it? Did y'all see the price list of the food at the concessions?
No.
Like the popcorn was like $2.
Oh, that's because it's in Atlanta. That's where Arthur Blank has kept concessions next to nothing.
Oh, that's right. He has done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can get a big pizza for like $15 or something.
Yeah.
I got a couple strays here I want to get in.
Okay, I love strays.
Golden State, worst home loss in the Steve Kerr era. Yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
Boston won by 40 over the Warriors, 125-85.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, things couldn't fall much further for. You forget Golden State won it all in 2022.
Yeah.
2022, they just won it again.
Yeah.
But after suffering the worst defeat, Steph Curry even noticed how the Celtics are everything the Warriors are not at the moment and looking like a championship team. So the reality with the Warriors is this: there's no move they can make. They're done.
I think so.
Yeah, like for a while, same with LeBron. Like there's no move the Lakers can make. They're done. LeBron's not good enough. He's not that dominant enough to, still very good, still an all-star, still great numbers. Same with Steph. But it's done. It's done in Golden State. You can spend as much money to stay as relevant as you want, but those young teams in the West are better than those old teams, and it ain't going to change. The old teams need to get those young stars.
Are you going to get the stray in about the Hawks-Knicks showdown that happened yesterday?
I had one more stray, and then I don't know what stray there was.
Get your comments on that?
Knicks won a home game over the Hawks yesterday afternoon. We'll leave it at that.
That's it? That's all we get?
No, I had another stray. This just from the Australian Open, where the top American hope, probably number 3, Coco Gauff, eliminated by number 11, Paula Badass. So, I'm sorry, Badoza. Never mind. Coco Gauff's retooled forehand abandoned her, Dan. That's what they tell me over there.
That's what they're telling you?
They tell me her forehand abandoned her. She lost to Paula Badoza of Spain 7-5, 6-4. So the 2023 U.S. Open champion eliminated. If you recall, I'm pretty sure Coco Gauff was a Wimbledon finalist and then won the U.S. Open and then got blanked last year on the majors. So, right, got to accumulate them.
I'm pumped up about the Gator, Shelton.
Still going? How far along?
I think we're in the 16.
Did he not go to the semis at the U.S. Open?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Never asked.
I mean, how would I know that?
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. Looking at, I'm busy with Coco.
With reading up on her defeat.
Yeah, Coco's last win was the She's only won one major.
Yeah, I know. It was that one.
The 03 U.S. Open.
23
U.S. Open. Yes.
Semifinalist for Ben Shelton at the U.S. Open, but it was 23, not 24.
Coco last year went semifinal, fourth round, and now quarterfinals in 25. So 16-4 last year in the majors. She's got some work to do.
Speaking of Coco,
if she wants to become the elite.
Coco Jones, she performed that national anthem. Like, oh, she's so fine. But she did amazing doing that national anthem at the game last night. It's Donovan Mitchell's girlfriend, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't see the anthem last night.
Woo.
Which one's Coco Jones?
Woo. Do a quick Google search on Coco Jones.
Okay.
Woo.
I was thinking she was the Olympic athlete, but she's not.
No.
She's a singer.
Yes.
Okay. She's one of your faves.
That's Bay.
Oh. Okay.
She did amazing performance.
Okay. At the football game.
The football game.
Okay, gotcha. And again, Brunson, 34, Knicks win.
Yeah, the Knicks, there's like no rational basketball voice in the entire country who is, including myself, who is positioning the Hawks as a better team than the Knicks.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like a particularly harsh or painful defeat yesterday afternoon. I will just try and live off the win over Boston on Friday night and move along.
That's what you're doing.
You can't dwell 24-hour rule. I got to get going. I mean, I got a next tough assignment. I think Cleveland maybe. If not, I'll make it.
I wonder this. If there wasn't a college football playoff, okay, would Ryan Day have gotten fired?
Oh, that's a good question. He may have.
Right?
Ooh,
he may have.
I'd like to know the answer to that.
That's a very good question.
If there wasn't a college football playoff, because they would have lost to Michigan and their season would have been over, they would have went to some, bowl game. I wonder.
I listen, they were on the that's part of the reason Kirky was so teared up last night and bawling and crying while he's trying to do a live shot post-game show for ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought he said his uncle's funeral. But,
that's fair.
That terrible, just Ryan Day, and, just feel so sorry for him. Yeah, let me quick check of the bank account. Yep, don't feel sorry. Coaches football, this is his net worth. Not a thing about me feels sorry for him.
Nor should
Life
you.
is about earning a wage, raising a family, and getting the best you can out of it. And if you're going to tell me a guy coaches football, makes $8 million, I don't give a rotten darn how and when he leaves.
All right, this is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM. More next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Each one of us remembers when we felt it the first time, when you looked up and down those bleachers and saw 90,000 saluting alongside you. When you first saw a Gator.
1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
So one of life's most important decisions, if you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, or you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about my guy, Matt Hinson, in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet, but have you done your last will? You want to get the assets to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen and help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you information needed so you're at ease with your choice. Hinson Law Firm. You got questions? Reach out to Maddie, 527-1700. That's 527-1700. Office in Jacksonville, Florida. Gang! Don't let the state decide your fate.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Kick off the new year with a new look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's sales event. For a limited time, save 20% on their energy-efficient windows and patio doors, designed to keep your home comfortable all year. Plus, zero down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
The best teal-colored coverage includes Mia's Quick Hits.
Get the latest news from inside the building and around the league. I'm Mia O'Brien, 1010XL's NFL Insider.
Driven by Arlington Toyota. Available on the video and social channels of 1010XL.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista with a special invitation. Are you tired of scrolling through other people's boating adventures? Are you sick of liking your friends' posts out of jealousy when you see them on the water? Are you finally ready to cure the FOMO for Florida's greatest pastime, boating? Then I'd like to invite you to visit the Freedom Boat Club at the boat show and see what this Boating Made Simple is all about. We handle the cleaning, maintenance, storage, and all the hassles of an entire fleet in Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine. You join the club and use the boats whenever you want. You can also go boating at over 350 locations across the U.S., Canada, and Europe. From water sports and cruising to inshore and offshore fishing, we've got you covered. We even include unlimited one-on-one water training for every membership, so you gain the confidence you need at the helm to have fun. See us at the boat show this month to learn about Boating Made Simple and receive a special discount on membership and start creating your own memories on the water. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Cooking with Prisco.
These things are wonderful. You're going to love it. Have a rollie.
Catch CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco every Friday afternoon on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and we're now in the third week of the new year.
Have you lost 18 pounds yet? Well, you probably didn't choose Awaken 180 weight loss. I lost 18 pounds in my first 3 weeks alone. Switch it up and get your results at awaken180weightloss.com.
D1 Training East Jacksonville invites you to their mega NFL football camp at the Bowl School February 1st from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Ages 7 through 16. Get hands-on coaching from former NFL players at every single station. The coaches lineup put together by Connor and Sam at D1 is proudly sponsored by Tim Tebow. To sign up, call 904-901-6470.
Hey, David again with Royal Pest Services. TAP Insulation stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Keep your home cool, noise out, and pests dead. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free inspection.
The big game is almost here, and Sonny's Barbecue wants you to win a barbecue feast. Text Sonny's to the text line brought to you by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010 for your chance to win. 641-1010.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the program. It's been a busy Super Tuesday. Brunch with the tour, Block and Law High School report, Tony Boselli taking center stage.
Winter Storm Watch 25.
We got some bad weather rolling in here this afternoon, I guess.
Everyone's hoping for snow, right? I will say this. If it's going to be icy and sleety, may as well let it snow some.
Let it snow.
And for sure, if you go a little bit north, you will see snow. I mean, you go into South Georgia, it's going to snow. It's a band of it coming, and they've been pretty dead on. Already, cities like Houston have gotten a all-time high, all-time record snowfall. I think it was 3 inches before this one went through. They're supposed to get 5 to 8 inches around New Orleans. 3 to 5, Mobile. I mean, these are beachfront locales that are going to get pounded. I guess we're just a little too close to that Gulf Stream because it comes all the way to us, and then it's just enough warmth coming off the water there to, I guess, to keep us not from getting any accumulations of snow. But even up into the corner there of between the Florida-Georgia border, that's predicted to get some snow, and then Jacksonville dipping all the way down. Really to northern St. Johns County. But I know where I live, if you went strictly by what they're putting in the box, we wouldn't get the frozen stuff. But obviously that could change. Mm-hmm. If it's 31 degrees with a 100% chance of rain, then please, Lord, just let it snow then. Right? It's cold enough. If you've ever lived up north, it's cold enough to snow when it's 34, 35 degrees. But they probably have a little colder upper atmosphere than we have here. I don't know. Don't mean to speak out of turn. If it's going to be sloshy and rainy and nasty, it may as well snow.
Who's got a birthday today?
It's birthday today, January 20th. No.
85 years old.
21st, by the way. Okay, is it a athlete?
Not at 85, but yes.
Oh, well, I'm just okay. I got to figure out. All right, is it a boxer?
No.
Is it a golfer?
Yes.
Jack's older than that, isn't he?
Jack Nicklaus.
It was 46 and 86, so it's always easy to do.
Yeah, 85 years old.
So 25, add 20, yeah.
God bless him.
85.
God bless him. That's up. Great.
He's showing his age.
Oh, yeah. He's 85.
Yeah, but, he has been showing his age along the way. Which again, you should.
We find out who goes into the MLB Hall of Fame tonight.
I don't recognize this MLB Hall of Fame, but for those that do, that'll be
Looking
funny.
at Joel Sherman. I like Joel Sherman. He's pretty good. He has voted for, he didn't vote for Billy Wagner. He voted for Utley Ichiro, CC Sabathia, and Carlos Beltran. I guess.
I hate baseball writers more than any other media members.
Hatred.
They're just so condescending, Dan. At least the football guys, you can understand their arguments.
Mm-hmm. You know how we were just talking
How
about
is Chase Utley more of a Hall of Famer than Andrew Jones? Just tell me.
I don't know. You know who we were just talking about the weather? And it's going to be like chilly here, cold.
Yeah, it's going to be
20s.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a young lady doing the weather in Middle America up top there, the Dakotas.
Okay.
Olga, North Dakota, minus 62. Bow Bells, North Dakota, minus 60. Opheim, Montana, minus 59. Flag Island, Minnesota, minus 55. Long Lake, South Dakota, minus 54. And Bemidji, Minnesota, minus 52. How do you live in that, my friend?
Get busy living or get busy dying.
Man.
We went to, when my parents lived in Chicago and the kids were youngish, like 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
We were in Chicago and we decided to go skiing, and we caught it where it was relatively temperate there in the Chicago area. We drove all the way up into Minnesota. When I say all the way up, we got up into those areas. It was like, I think when we checked in that night, the only thing I remember, sports memories, the San Diego Chargers and LaDainian Tomlinson were playing Sunday Night Football that night. I remember that much. The Bears and Packers also played that day. Listened to that on the radio on the way up. But it was like 2. And is there a certain cold you get where it can't get much colder? Like, is there a difference between 10 and minus 5?
You wouldn't think. You wouldn't think.
I'm reading all the columns that are starting to weigh in now on the Ben Johnson, and tying it together with the Jags and how, by all accounts, it was, why this happened. But, crazy us.
Connor Orr said, if I had to guess from here on out, McCarthy to New Orleans, Glenn to the Jets, Cohn to Jacksonville, Moore to Dallas, Carroll to Las Vegas. Least confident in Vegas.
Yeah, I just, we're going to end up with a guy that you could have fired your coach in May and gotten. Right? We got a guy that no one else is even vetting. If they go with Liam Cohen, they're going to go with a guy who literally interviewed with no other teams. If they go with Liam Cohen, they're going to go with a guy who
Why is that?
Who literally has interviewed with one team in his whole career, and it's a job now that you're going to give him. Because Bookie can lord over him with power play and due appreciation. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's my speculation. We're starting to sound like a tired tale here.
Yeah,
right. It is what it is.
I'm just saying.
Coach in. I don't know why you would do that. I guess you would look at what Baker Mayfield said about him.
I'm curious as to why Liam Cohen only interviewed with one team.
Yeah, wouldn't he be more sought after than that?
Yeah,
like Patrick Graham got has interviewed in the past. Like, I don't think Cohen is interviewed anywhere.
Right, one team.
He seems like he's Ben Johnson light. I mean, he seems like what you would get if you couldn't get Ben Johnson. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, and again, it's patently unfair to good qualified candidates to just go to the you'll never know card. Why does that bother me more than most stuff? That's not fair to Ben Johnson. Oh, you'll never know, huh? I've been top 5 in offense 3 years in a row. What kind of signs do you need?
Mm-hmm.
Of course you never know. You never know if you're going to make it home from work today, Hicken. I mean, that's what the never know philosophy gets you. Well, you never know. May as well spend it all. You may lose it all in the market tomorrow. Never know.
Take a break and make the turn for home next.
That one's...
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I did not see this one coming.
Radio play-by-play is like stepping in a theater in your mind.
As good as it gets.
1010XL, Jacksonville's home for play-by-play.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Hey, gang, here. If you have been either thinking about selling your house, thought about the problems, or maybe you are selling your house and you're experiencing the problems, let me send you to the problem solvers at Chad and Sandy and chadandsandy.com. Call 904-414-6200 or the easy way, chadandsandy.com. Listen, I'll get it down to its simplest form. With Chad and Sandy, your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. That's right. So perhaps you're worried about costly repairs or upgrades needed to sell your home. Nope. No need to worry. Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts I trust. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contract. Cancel at any time. But most importantly, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline or they will buy it. Pete in Lakeshore said, I was in a pickle. I needed cash on a rental property fast. I was struggling to rent. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio. I called, had an offer full asking price within days. It's that easy. Call Chad and Sandy today.
If you're watching football this season, you know anything can happen. And on Hard Rock Bet, we mean anything. One fan in South Florida turned a $1 touchdown parlay into a $40,000 payday. Hard Rock Bet has parlays for days. With flex parlays, now you can even miss a few picks and still get paid. Parlays for every kind of play. Only on Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. When your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On January 21st, 2010, LA Lakers forward Kobe Bryant becomes the youngest NBA player to reach 25,000 career points, beating Wilt Chamberlain's record by 35 days.
If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $2,600 per ounce. Pay bills. Buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Homeowners, listen up. It's time to start fresh in 2025. Prosser here, and Loan Pronto is here to help take control of your finances in 2025 by lowering your house payments and consolidating that nagging debt. Did you know that 9 out of 10 borrowers get a better deal by calling Loan Pronto? Right now, Loan Pronto has some of the most competitive offers for refis, debt consolidation, and purchase loans, starting in the low 5s APR. If your current rate is over 6%, don't settle for paying too much. Even if you're in process with another lender, call Loan Pronto now. Lock in at a lower rate today and close in as little as 2 weeks, often with no appraisal. You can even skip your next 2 house payments. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Get your personalized Loan Pronto rate quote instantly with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees. Call now, 904-999-1508, or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, a lot to cool down about today.
Yeah, cooling down on the first 12-team playoff put to bed, and just the abject mishandling of it all these years by the committee. It was, 1 year proved how dunderhead they all are. They never got the right teams in. They never looked at it the right way. I would go so far as to say backroom deals meant certain schools and conferences would get the extra millions for helping run the thing. And yeah, it's a Big Ten team that won, but it's a Big Ten team that wouldn't have been in the field at all if the brainiacs who run the playoff committee would have decided.
I started the show with "Hello, Darkness, my old friend," and I still feel the same way. I don't feel any better about what's happening here in the coaching search. And when we hire the guy, I'll be excited about it. But I just can't help but wonder, we're going to hire a guy who only one team wanted to interview, us, nobody else. But we'll see. Inclement weather in New Orleans has affected in-person interviews for the Saints. So Mike Kafka, Anthony Weaver, among candidates whose interviews are getting pushed back. So that's going on there, in case you're wondering. So you got bad weather coming.
Thought you might cool down with just one more stray on Hawks Knicks. I thought I might get a fourth this morning.
Yeah.
Escape that one at least. No, the weather's a big storyline. I mean, look, this is the most legitimate chance for a winter effect forecast to come true. We've said on this show one day, and they called us and said, "Oh, there's flurries in Nocatee." Remember that years ago? Yeah. I mean, we'll have these slight chance, but it's very rare where we live for the combination of the moisture needed and the temperature needed to produce, frozen precipitation, whether it's snow or sleet or frozen rain or whatever it is. And this is one of those rare ones where we do. Typically, to get really, really cold here, it has to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be clear, no clouds, not to trap, so you don't trap any moisture and any heat. But today, those two things are converging, and it looks like basically it's just like a locomotive coming down I-10. It started like San Antonio yesterday afternoon. It's whoop, whoop, it's through Houston, about to go through New Orleans and come this way. And there are parts of the listening area, if you get west of us and north of us, that I think will have snow tonight and maybe even accumulation. When you guys do Action News Jacks tomorrow, you're going to have all kinds of photos sent in from the area because just like rain, there are going to be some parts that get hit a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Somebody might get an inch and a half of snow. Right. Will it last forever? No. Or, go sledding and skiing? No. But it's still cool because it never happens. And to this day, it was 1989, the last time we got snow.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. New York City headlines. Are we going to do some of those today?
Oh, boy.
Yes, it was a big day, so let's see it.
All right, well, before we get started, let me tell you that they're brought to you by our friend Dr. Rick Townsend, mypvconcierge.com. Concierge Doctor. It's a great new way to have a doctor that you are on a first-name basis with that will take care of you. Just go to MyPV Concierge. The pricing will surprise you. So with that said, without further ado, Ariana Grande likes shady post about Carrie Underwood's a cappella performance at Trump inauguration.
Was I the only one that thought Carrie Underwood was channeling her inner Beyonce yesterday? She looked like Beyonce to me.
Okay.
I see it.
Yeah.
She looked beautiful. Ready for prime time, Lauren Sanchez swaps peekaboo bra for ethereal gown at Trump's inaugural ball with Jeff Bezos.
So now we're about what bra changes go on between the
at the inauguration, she was wearing a.
Oh, you could see her see-through.
Somewhat interesting.
Well, she's a certifiable tag your watch.
Oh no!
I mean, you literally tag your way to the most wealthy man in America.
I'm a doctor. This wellness fad can help you lose weight, get better sleep, plus 10 more benefits.
Wow! Only read the headlines.
Oh dear!
Go get you some.
Yeah. California wildfires break out overnight, prompting officials to issue evacuation orders.
Apparently unaware they could happen again, California sat and waited. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure they're doing any and everything they can.
No. I'm trying to stay away from all the politics. It's all about the
That's all it is, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to trying to just the people stuff. Like, why Barron Trump's position at Dad's inauguration set the internet buzzing.
Sit at the right hand like
he's a monster.
Oh, yeah, he is a tall kid.
That dude is like 6'8".
Yeah, he's big kid. It's amazing how much he changes in those 8 years since the first time he went in.
Oh,
I thought it was a gangster boss move to go ahead and pardon any and everyone in your family. Isn't that just admitting to everyone that you've been doing shady?
In the final minutes, he just pardoned everybody.
I mean, aren't you saying, yeah, it's all true? We've been taking all this cash. I mean, I'm not even trying to be partisan here, but isn't that what you're doing?
Basically.
I mean, even the crook Trump back in the day, he didn't pardon everyone when he left.
Oh, my. Ohio State fans break into Ohio Stadium after team's thrilling national championship win over Notre Dame. Hard to follow. Justin Bieber unfollows wife Haley on Instagram weeks after she shut down rumors of marital trouble.
I just don't. Of all the ceremonial things, blocking your own wife, who supposedly you might live with, so I can't
unfollow.
How do you unfollow your wife? She lives with you.
Colin Jost reveals wife Scarlett Johansson's real reaction to crude SNL joke, "I'm in trouble."
Well, listen, the chances of Colin Jost and who is it, ScarJo, staying together for another 5 years are slim and none left town.
Julia Hart takes control of business, $56 million home in stunning divorce win against Silvio Scaglia.
Yeah, I don't know either one of those people, but that's a lot of cash.
Michael Kors shuts down San Francisco Center Mall location, dealing another blow to crime-ridden city.
It's up to you.
Gulf Coast, including New Orleans, expected to be buried by historic snowstorm.
It is, like I said, not just here. It's all over the place. Except L.A., where they can't get any rain. Makes sense, huh?
Actual New York City headlines. Florida man arrested after grandmother killed by bullet shot in the air during celebratory gunfire on New Year's.
That's Florida, man. Shoot that gun straight up in the air like the bullet don't come down. Right? One year when we were in New Orleans, for the Sugar Bowl or the national title game or one of those, did about 8 trips during that one stretch. That happened in New Orleans over New Year's. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Somebody shot a bullet up in the air and it came down and it killed someone. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We mentioned that Texas and Ohio State are opening as the betting favorites for next year.
Okay.
Next year is way too early. Top 25 is about what you would suspect. It looks a lot like the Final Four of the playoffs this year, right? It's Ohio State, Georgia, Notre Dame, Texas, Penn State. Aren't those the top 5? I mean, it's about what we had left at the end. Georgia, a really, really, really interesting story. It's the first time there's been quarterback questions, Dan. It's the first time in between years that there's been a big question about I know there's been somewhat questions, but they've had a plan. Has it ever been February and you don't know who the Georgia quarterback is next year?
I think you know who it is. It's Gunner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Well, he's 0-1 as a starter, so that's good for the rest of us.
Yeah. I think it'll be him, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Get us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
There he is, Tony Smith. Tony, good morning.
Good morning.
You got a lot to do today on what's today? Super Tuesday edition of Jaguars Today. What do you got cooking?
Well, we are starting our Tuesday top 5 deal that we've been doing the last couple of years. So we had the plan to go through. Our Tuesday top 5 today is the top 5 free agent targets you would like for the Jaguars. Right? So we'll get into that, obviously, throughout the show this morning, but most of the reaction will be the Ben Johnson thing.
Yeah.
And what's happening now with the Jaguars coaching search. And, people want to get whatever anger they got on their chest off with us. That's fine.
Yeah.
We're here for the next couple of hours.
Therapy.
So,
it's a therapy session is what we need.
Yeah, look, it's easy when you're a losing franchise, and that's also a big part of these conversations that I think even Tony loses sight of. We're the biggest loser in the league. We suck.
Yeah.
So for people to immediately think the worst is natural and normal behavior for the way we've been beaten about the head, face, breast, and neck area for the last 20 years.
I saw someone put up the poll just a couple minutes ago before I came in that was asking which was the better finals with the coaching search, right, in 2022, and it had the 4 names, the second interview names that they had in 2022, which included the 2 guys that we all know, Doug and Byron, and then it was like Nate Hackett.
Yeah.
And someone else that has already been fired. I think Eberflus.
Yeah.
What's the fourth?
Right. I don't trust this guy Trent Baalke to pick his nose.
Right. And this year they were like, which one is better or worse? And it's like, how could you possibly have an opinion on that?
Right.
Right. Like 2 of the guys are fired. The other guy hasn't been talked to by any other team.
Right.
Like Byron Leftwich hasn't had a job.
Right.
Since he was one of the head coaching finalists here in Jacksonville potentially, now Doug Peterson. No one's talking to Doug. Like it's awful.
There's also this big. It translates across the league that our owner acts like he's never heard of, and that is pairing GM and coach together with a chance for a new start. Bring them in at the same time. I'm sorry if we got to go harder for a few weeks to get it buttoned up.
Yeah.
This was the time you replaced both. You vision search. You've got a quarterback. You've got a new stadium coming. You step back. You make sure you get it right. You don't piecemeal temp workers.
No.
And as anyone will point out, if you take whoever, Liam Cohen, and he doesn't do well next year, and then Baalke does leave, then you get a new GM who didn't pick this coach, and then you got the same mismatch again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know alignment's been a word that we heard from Herbs, right? From the moment he got here, that was his big word. It's like, well, is there ever going to be alignment?
Yeah.
Right? In this organization, will they ever have alignment again? It felt like there was the potential for maybe Doug and Trent could get something worked out after 22.
Right.
And then 23, the back half of that season happened the way it did, and everyone's like, can we just start over? Like that's kind of how the fan base felt, but they weren't screaming it.
Right.
After 2024, the fans were screaming it.
Yeah.
We have to restart now.
Right.
Now's the opportunity to do it. Shad punted on that opportunity.
Have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. Super Tuesday is in the books. Hump Day Wednesday coming up tomorrow.
It's been a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Enjoy your next. Oh, actually, we're starting at 7 tomorrow. Program alert.
Oh.
Yeah, we're starting at 7 tomorrow. He's pushed back the start
That's
time to
perfect
7.
for me.
I guess because of the weather.
That'll work for me.
In other news, I'll probably be here about 6 if anybody wants to chat. This is the drill.
Time for us to swerve.
Bend the corner,
whoa.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Brunell swats it downfield looking for Keenan in the end zone. Keenan leaps, makes the catch. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 31 yards.
The home of the home team you grew up with. 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, John, looking for the perfect family ride?
How about taking your family on a luxury ride with the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade?
That sounds amazing. If you're a loyal customer, you get $4,000 off. Or if you're new to Randy Marion, you can get a $3,000 Conquest discount.
And don't forget the 5% savings on retired courtesy transportation vehicles.
You can save over $10,000 on select 2024 Escalade.
Experience the luxury and comfort at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Foods, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJax.com.
Put your best foot forward and score 60 minutes of soccer insight on the Sporting Jack Soccer Hour. Join Cole Pepper, Mauricio Ruiz, and Becky Burley for Soccer Talk.
Tuesday nights at 6
on 1010 a.m.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like